Because too young, because not experience, and unfortunately for them, they have been all wrong. All the ones, you know, that they have the truth and they have the answer for everything. So in English, I would say F off to all of them.
Let's fucking go! Talk to me nicely! Talk to me nicely! Am I still fucking delusional for thinking this team can compete? Am I still fucking delusional for thinking we can finish in second this season at least? Am I still fucking delusional? Talk to me! Talk to me! When I see my team fucking perform like that, why do you think I think the things I think? Talk to me! Talk to me now! Fucking pricks! Fucking pricks! Fucking chat. Wanker! 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 Fucking chat. The fuck out of here. Scott, I don't think I forgot about you. What did I say last week? Don't be surprised if this team causes an upset. Don't be surprised if they decide to turn up. I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised. But, hey, listen, I can't speak with too much chest because I did predict a loss. And you know what? This team proved me wrong. This team proved me wrong. So, wanker, wanker, wanker. Hey, this is why I told you guys. This team has what it takes to be in a title race. This team has what it takes to potentially finish second. Is that what I'm going to predict? No, but the possibility is there. The possibility is there. Big up, Chelsea 2, Liverpool 1. We go into international break with a victory. 3 points over Arne Slot. It's Liverpool. Liverpool, a 3-game loss. What a dramatic game of football, ladies and gents. The football is footballing, let me tell you that right now. But before we start, as always, people, be sure to smash up the like button. Be sure to subscribe to the channel. Be sure to also check out the links in the description below. Plenty of content there for you guys to check out. Memberships also available, 4 different tiers starting at 99p. Memberships do help keep the lights on in the building. And let me say one more time, wanker to some of you guys that absolutely doubted me. Well, there's still a long season to go, though, so I can't get too emotional. Can't get too emotional. But, all right, ladies and gents, obviously, big game. Hard to really contain the happiness over the result. But quick summary of the match, and then we'll let the whole crew back into the show. Pretty much, starting lineup, I did have my questions over it. We had Malagusto in that lineup. I was a little nervous to see that. I'm not going to lie to you guys. He had a good performance today, though, regardless. Reece James looked like he was going to be part of the midfield. Badiashile, Acheampong, and the center back roles, which we already kind of anticipated it was going to be him or a combination of Hato in there. We're running out of center backs, people. We will have news on the center back situation shortly in the show. No ESTEVAO starting in today's match. Alejandro Garnacho in the left wing with Enzo Fernandez in that 10 and so on and so forth. You guys already know the rest of the lineup, right? But yeah, so listen, from the very first minute, Chelsea were dominating. Chelsea were completely dominating Liverpool, pushing them back, keeping possession. We were creating chances. We looked good. And eventually you could tell that we were going to score. We were going to create something. We were playing well. We were playing good football, ladies and gents. And it didn't take long. It didn't take long. And this man, I got to get a clip of him on the studio here. I'll eventually get it done. But this man, he only knows how to score screamers. Only knows how to score screamers. Moises Caicedo, absolutely brilliant goal to get us ahead in the match, to put us 1-0, starting the game off on the good foot. And it looked like after that goal, we kind of, backed off a bit, but we still had our little counters there. We were definitely trying to get balls over the top. Sanchez had a little bit of shaky moments, but also he had some good moments where he was serving the ball over the top and finding some of our players. The running behind was there. Garnacho was absolutely wreaking havoc on Connor Bradley. Pretty much got him hooked at halftime for Florian Wirtz because he was on a yellow because of Garnacho. So good performance from Garnacho. We will talk about all this stuff. I took down a bunch of notes of today's game. We go into the second half. No changes from Chelsea. Florian Wirtz comes in for a Connor Bradley who was already on the book. And yeah, again, even stalemate, kind of some chances here, some chances there for Chelsea. And we were starting to fall apart, people. Badiashile came off with what seemed like an injury. Acheampong today also came off with what seemed like an injury. We were running on fumes. Essentially, we had a center back pairing. At the end of the match, we ended with a center back pairing of Reece James and Jarell Hato. That's how much of an injury crisis we are entering in, ladies and gents. So the international break does come at a very good time because we need some of these players to come back. Fofana, Toast, and so on and so forth. Chalaba as well coming off suspension. But unfortunately, in a moment of unluckiness, I'll say, we'll analyze and see who's really at fault defensively for what happened. Corner comes in and I guess Reece Acheampong didn't really do a good job of marking or defending the cross that came at Isak. Isak gets a minor touch, and the touch falls in front of Gakpo. Malagusto on the wrong side, can't really get to the ball. Gakpo one touch, one finish, gets the goal, and it's 1-1. And listen, I was nervy the whole time. I said, listen, I know what these center backs can do. Badiashile had a phenomenal performance today. We'll talk more about him as well, but always makes me nervous. Liverpool have great scorers. You have Salah on his day, can definitely change a game. Isak on that pitch can definitely change the game. Gakpo, very clutch. Gravenberch, it's a very nervy game, especially to be only one goal difference into it. So begging, I didn't get my goal when I asked for it. But even when Chelsea were at the draw, Maresca, got to give kudos to Maresca. Maresca decides to hook the entire attack. Neto comes off. João Pedro comes off. Garnacho comes off. And he injects new energy onto that pitch. Guiu sees the pitch. ESTEVAO sees the pitch. Gittins comes on. And oh boy, did that make a difference. We looked like energy was re-injected into the pitch. We were taking advantage of counterattacks. And eventually, in one moment, there was a little bit of moments of frustration that we kept losing the ball, but we kept persisting. We kept pushing and pushing. 7 minutes added on to stoppage time, and we kept pushing and pushing and knocking on the door. And I really, really wanted Chelsea to score. We were really close. We were there. I knew we could win it. I knew we could win it. And we had to be cautious of the counterattack as well. But 5 minutes into stoppage time with 2 minutes left, ladies and gents. Wow. Who was the one that crossed it? Fuck, it wasn't who crossed it? So it was a moment where I think Enzo, yeah, okay. Enzo wins the ball right at the edge of the box, finds Cucurella doing the overlapping run, gets the simple pass through 4 Liverpool defenders. Cucurella's onside. Cucurella then crosses it for ESTEVAO, who is at that far post. Guys, that cross was there all game through the middle. Someone needed to be there. We needed a finisher like a Delap or Pedro to be in that middle. And I was saying, please, someone needs to be in the middle. Someone needs to be in the middle. Please, please. I saw the cross coming. And lo and behold, ESTEVAO comes in that far post, scores the winner. His first Chelsea goal, apparently. I thought he already scored previously against West Ham, but his first Chelsea goal, at least at the bridge. And what a game to do it. Ladies and gents, Chelsea end up winning this match 2-1. At what cost, though? We will discuss. But before I continue, ladies and gents, like I said, smash up the like button, subscribe to the channel. Let's bring on the panel. Ahmed, who actually came from the game, he went to the bridge and witnessed the pandemonium. So I'm going to start off with Ahmed. Ahmed, go for it. Tell us what it was like seeing the game at the bridge.
Honestly, I think it was a good game in general, as many of you guys would know. It was really good. It was really amazing. I had a great experience compared to last week at Brighton.
I was.
You know, last week at Brighton was, let's not talk about that one. I actually was fuming after that game personally. Huh?
Said it's a disgrace.
Yeah, it was a disgrace, mate. Fuck me. But in terms of like the actual game itself was, I think the first half we were the much better side. I think we did a lot better controlling the possession, holding the ball much better. I think defensively we looked a lot more solid. I don't really think they were giving us any problems offensively per se, but I think I think from a defensive standpoint we're still solid. Did our jobs when we needed to. I think I want to give credit to Champong and Badishu, who looked very solid in that first half. In particular, obviously Kukurea deserves his utmost credit, even though I do feel like watching the game today, Salah, bro, he looked like Hazard, you know, the Hazard that we faced in the UCL.
Real Madrid Hazard.
That he actually looked like that, bro. There's no other way to put it. Like,
God damn.
And like the thing, what was funny is that there was multiple opportunities where he actually could have scored or like assisted his teammate, and he just decided not to.
Bro, that cross to Isaac in the first half.
Right, okay, mate. And there was in the second half when I'll get to it. Like there was a few opportunities where he was cutting inside, he had space, and then for some reason he couldn't shoot properly. Didn't have his shooting boots on. But it is what it is. I think obviously credit to Caicedo. I don't know why they gave him that much space. He's already got 2 goals previous in the league from similar positions. So it was quite surprising to me that are we still gonna let him just keep doing this now? Like, because usually, you know, with teams and you know their so-called data watchers and stuff like that, you would think they would know, you know, let's actually watch out for that, because that's something that he's added to his locker this season quite a bit more, at least for Chelsea. You then obviously second half, I think my thing was second half, I think we didn't come out 100% like properly. Does that make sense? Like we were a bit shaky in the second half, and particularly in like first 10-15 minutes, right? And then obviously we then obviously had the Badishu injury, and the Badishu injury, or apparently it's not an injury, apparently it's a precaution.
Oh yeah, let me pull it up. I have it right here.
Yeah, but essentially that kind of comes due to his own fault, if I'm not mistaken, right? Because like he makes a shit pass, and then he has to kind of go like run pace for pace with like Salah, right? And you know, and this is a guy that's already had a few hamstring issues already, so
yeah,
you know, that's not.
Oh, that's true. That is how it's happened. Yeah, you're right.
So it's like it's not really ideal for him to be doing something like that at the end of the day. So then obviously, but Champong was a similar situation. We obviously we didn't concede the goal, and I think what really annoyed me, particularly when we conceded the goal, was that we had one or two like good chances that we had created at the time, and then like that goal really, like, you know, if you were in the stadium like myself, that really deflated you. It's like, fuck, that we were really on top, and then they just got the goal, and then obviously you get that dreaded feeling in the stadium, like, oh, is this like, you know, the Liverpool comeback thing that's happening again, where, you know, they're gonna score another one, and then it's GG's basically, and if that makes sense, like, and luckily that didn't happen. One of the things that I was very critical of Maresca you know this too, Marshall, is that I feel like he needed to use what was available to him. And I think in this game, he did a great job of adding Gittins, Gui, and ESTEVAO at the right time, in my personal opinion, to make that happen and to make it be as effective as possible. I think Gui's like pressing again. One of the things that I know that is very positive about him, but I think it really helped us in this game was the ability to press. Mamada's ability is not great on the ball, right? So, you know, how are you going to make someone like Mamada's ability like be a bit worried? How are you going to force that back line to be worried? And, you know, you bring on Gui, a guy that can really press that defense quite well. And he did that really well because also, like, you know, the other guys were pressing too, right? The other guys were pressing too in the team. So benefit to them. I think Gittins had a few great moments. Obviously, not so great moment with that 1v1 touch.
The shot he took though.
The shot he took obviously initially was great, but the touch that he did initially was not great either, mate. So, you know, tomatoes, mate. You know, the touch for the 1v1 was actually shocking, to be honest. Like,
That was terrible, man.
that was shocking. Bro,
But
I
overall,
nearly
he had a positive performance.
No, yeah. I'm just obviously mentioning. I'm going through different phases of the game, right? ESTEVAO, I think, had a pretty good performance until the goal. The one thing I'm going to be, obviously we scored a goal. Very happy about that. We need the winner was great against Liverpool. Everyone's going to take that at the end of the day, right? But
Of course.
there is one criticism that I have of the game, and I think we need to be critical of this. I think the lack of vision to our right and to our left-hand side wingers, particularly Garnacho in that first half and in the second half, right, towards Gittins, was kind of annoying me because, like, maybe it's because I'm seeing them more at the stadium, but like these guys are in acres of space all the time, bro. Like they would get acres of space. All they had to do was switch the ball.
Yeah.
I just disagree with you, but finish your point.
No, because like you can really see it. Like, look, when you're at the stadium, you can actually see, bro. Like it's empty, bro. If they switch it to Garnacho, bro, he's essentially in either 1v1 opportunities or one of the fullback opportunities, bro. That's all I'm saying. That's what I would probably say at the end of the day, in my personal opinion. And you can, I think it's a lot easier maybe to see it when you're seeing it, bro, with your own eyes and like, or maybe it's a certain angle per se.
One thing before Scott goes. Chelsea have won back-to-back Premier League games against Liverpool for the first time since 2014 under Jose Mourinho.
Yes.
Really? Oh yeah.
Stats, baby.
Yeah, we beat him last season. And
Maresca out though. Maresca out, people.
Maresca out, man. Come on.
Maresca
Don't
out.
forget.
Weak mentality manager.
Damn, you quoted that tit for tat. Go ahead, Scott.
You know, I disagree a little with what Armin said there because I think we did get the ball to the left-hand side, especially when Garnacho was on the pitch a lot. I just think the issue was that, like,
For me, it was the speed of play.
No, I just think nothing came from it because, like...
But do you know why, Scott? It's because by the time it was coming to him, bro, yeah, they had basically reshaped, and they were already in shape.
No, I don't think it has anything to do. I don't think it has anything to do with that because the difference is like because I look at like the way it came to him and the way it came to Neto and ESTEVAO. Like less so Gittins just because I think he did have less touches of the ball. Like when he came on, like I think I agree with you in terms of when he came on, he seemed to get the ball less than like before he came on. I just think it was a case of like the problem with the left-hand side of Garnacho in particular is when he got the ball, he wasn't beating nobody. He beat one player the whole game, and it was Szoboszlai for the penalty, not penalty, whatever it was. I assume we'll speak about it. He didn't beat Conor Bradley once. Like he didn't actually beat Conor Bradley once.
He was causing a lot of havoc.
No, he wasn't.
Yes, he was.
Like,
Stop
he
it.
wasn't.
We're not doing
No,
this.
he wasn't.
Stop letting
He
your
was not
Garnacho
causing
hate
havoc.
blind you.
He was not causing
He
havoc.
caused him to get a yellow card. He's the reason. He is the Garnacho is the reason that Conor Bradley got hooked at halftime. He couldn't handle him. He couldn't control him.
Everyone said should have been a second yellow that he didn't touch him for.
The whole entire time. Although he didn't do much.
He didn't beat him once. He didn't beat him once because he can't dribble. Like,
okay, maybe he didn't dribble past him, but he was still beating him in behind, causing him to go all the way to the corner, stretching out the defense. Like, he didn't create much, I'll give you that, but that's not the only way a winger can have a good game.
100% he would agree he was stretching the pitch, but he did nothing with it because when he gets the ball in those positions, he's not beating no one. He can't. Like, you see what happens with ESTEVAO, you see what happens with Neto. Like,
okay, yeah.
ESTEVAO was struggling to beat people today too, but like that's besides
okay. Gittins, I agree. Like with what I'm said earlier, like because there's a couple moments where he looked like he wanted to dribble and he just like didn't have the opportunity in terms of, I think we did give it to him too slow. But yeah, like Garnacho just wasn't doing enough, and it's because, like I said, it's like
I completely
he doesn't have the technical ability to beat these guys because he's not a great dribbler. So you have to use your you have to do what he did against Szoboszlai, which I'm not good. Like that was good. You have to like knock the ball past him and run past him. He didn't do that with Bradley once. He did not.
He was running past Bradley the whole entire time.
He did not attempt that with Bradley once. Every time was get the ball, go out wide with it, and then pass it back. Like he stretched the pitch 100%. I agree with you.
Mm-hmm.
But when the ball came to him, this is where I agree with Armin. When the ball came to him, and it came to him a lot, this isn't saying much. The bars on the floor. He wasn't doing anything with it. Those cutbacks as well, bro. These cutbacks that people say is him smashing the ball into an area and hoping it hits. The one in the second half where he's through, like he's at the edge of the byline.
You should have done what you should have done. 1v1
Three people in the box and he smashes it to no one, bro. Like
yeah, that was stupid.
his cutbacks suck.
That was stupid.
Like
by the way. I
they
agree.
suck. Like, and this is what I'm saying. Do you know what's annoying me about the Garnacho thing? Because it's not even just I think he's a shit player. It's the fact of we are treating him starting to treat him in a similar way to how certain parts of this fan base treated like Gallagher and Mount. In terms of the technical level is on such a awful level, like it's such a bad level. We're praising anything. And do you know what sucks is I don't want to start talking about Garnacho and how like I don't think he had a good game because I want to talk about the positives. But like unfortunately, this is the first topic we end up on. But like yeah, like I just don't think he was that good. Like I think he was like one of only 2 players that didn't have a good game. I'll be completely honest.
I thought he had a great game, but I understand what you're saying.
I'd rather talk about the positives.
Obviously,
I wanted to rather than him.
Obviously, like the bar is on the floor. I get it. But considering what I expected from him, it's a good game. But go ahead, continue on your analysis of the game.
No, just like that's RSM. Your facts. I don't want to talk about Garnacho. But no, this was brilliant. Like Ahmed said it earlier. I think you might have said it earlier. They were on top for 10 minutes. That's it. In the start of the second half. For 80 minutes, we dominated them. Dominated. And it's like... And it was great to see. And it was surprising in a sense, because obviously of what we come off. But it was incredible, man. Like, the way the midfield played... and props to Gusto on some of that as well, because it was weird seeing him midfield, but he ultimately did his job. There were some things he didn't do quite as well, but it's stuff I don't expect from Gusto. He's not a midfielder. He did the job he was asked to do very good, which is just like be a nuisance, run. Just run. Do a Conor Gallagher in essence. Just press and run. That's it. And he did that really good. He really well today. The defense up, like obviously up until the injuries, like incredible. Like fair play to Badiashile for coming back the way he did after the injury. And at Chimpong, I want to speak on more about him in a moment because people tried to say he wasn't good or whatnot after the Brighton game. Like, you can shut up. Just shut up. The front line as well, like I said, the whole team today pretty much, bar a couple individuals, and like at the end of the day, it didn't really mean much from them not performing well. Like, it was unreal. Like, and I'm talking like 8, 9s out of 10s across the board from like basically everyone. So yeah, like just unreal. And yeah, like the Cucurella cross. By the way, the Cucurella cross, I'm glad Darts brought this up. Cucurella puts a cross in perfectly in terms of it goes right to the player it's meant to. It's in a perfect place, right where it's meant to. Garnacho is smashing that across the box to no one. He's done 4 of them. No, Cucurella has one, and Cucurella has one. Puts it in the perfect position. Garnacho's putting that anywhere but ESTEVAO, if that's it.
How many players, how many times have we seen a cross like that come from Reece James' side or Gusto, and we say, why isn't there a striker there? But when it's Garnacho, it's a horrible cross. Come on, man.
I thought there was like one good cross Garnacho did where it went straight through, but no one got to it. But
yeah, like he was creating on his side.
I still see what Scott said, because I do agree. Like he didn't do a whole lot, but like he was using a good way. Like this is why I think Andrew Muska started and just stretched Connor Bradley out, and maybe in midfield.
Yeah, he was an outlet.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
wasn't like
and-
an 8,
and
9 out of 10
the-
performance,
no,
but it was
no,
still
like
like,
a five.
solid. He was
there was
pretty
like
good.
players like
Five.
ESTEVAO's, Enzo,
That's-
Caicedo, Reece James, Bradley Chile. Like
A
all these
5 with
players-
me would imply it's down the middle, and he had aspects of his game that hurt us. I don't
Yes,
think he hurt
there
us
was 5.
today.
I still think he did a good job though, but
I
like
don't know.
5 is average. 5 is average.
I give him a 6.
He's
It's his
average,
best game, but like
I'll
the
give him a
bar
6
is
and a
low.
half, 7. Yeah,
I don't know. I give him a 6, but
Hell,
I don't want to like
fucking hell.
overpraise either. That's the thing. Like it wasn't like
Hey, I
a
love Fabian
magnificent
players,
game.
man. I love Fabian players.
Mhm. Go
wait,
ahead,
you
Chris,
think
what were
6
gonna
is
say?
too much? No, like
Yes,
really.
I think you're
yes.
just
We're babying a
absolutely
player for doing
hating.
nothing.
Honestly,
you're
Scott,
absolutely
I don't want him at the club. I can't.
I
like,
didn't want
couldn't-
him either.
No, I don't rate him. I really don't. I think it should always be like Neto and ESTEVAO most of the time this season on those wings because they're clear. Like like we can talk about like obviously ESTEVAO, like that guy created like I think what minute did he come on today actually? Because I'm trying to figure out. He came on with the other,
71.
71, and he
I'm,
created.
I'm,
what,
I'm surprised
he
you remember that
create-
exactly.
I mean, yeah, he went to the game as well, but yeah, like he created like what 4 or 5 chances in that game, and like yeah, like some real crucial chances, like that one where he created to Enzo and Mark Q, I think, and they both like scrabbled over it. Like that could have been a great chance. The cross he created, there was another really good chance in there. I think he did create, but there was like some half chances he definitely created as well. And yeah, like he's. That kid is serious. He is like a magic. Like he's like 18. Yeah, like he's got a bright future, generational, possibly as well. Navy. Yeah, like very happy with ESTEVAO, but yeah, like I don't really want to talk about Garnacho too much because like yeah, Garnacho just did a job. I thought Garnacho just did a job. That's all. Yeah, and like the defense as well. Like this what's it called? Yeah, the odds were stacked against us for sure because like we had no centre backs in. What 50-something minutes? Like we had Reece James, Hato had to come on. So we had to use 2. We only have 3 substitution like timers, right? We have like we did the one
Windows,
for Windows. Yeah, my bad. Windows. We subbed
One
on
for Badiashile,
yeah,
one for
Badiashile.
Achimpong, and then
yeah.
the last one.
Yeah, so we had to like make those last 3 to be important. So like credit to Enzo and Reska as well now as well because. I thought that the odds were stacked against him, to be honest, today. None of us obviously expect him to, get a result, get a win, because I said we'll lose like 3-1 or 2-0 today, because Liverpool, obviously they're in bad form, but their firepower is like just too crazy. They had Isak, he didn't really do a whole lot. Then they subbed on Ekitike, who's like, a striker who can get
Ekitike
to
scared me.
He could get in our like club easily, start, and like, him and João Pedro could do something, but yeah, like, it was honestly amazing, like from a lot of them as well. Like Enzo as well. I thought his like tracking back was good.
He was
and
fantastic.
Yeah, he was everywhere. And same with Caicedo, man.
Should have
Caicedo's
scored.
back.
One nitpicky thing he should have scored, but
Did
yeah,
he? Is that the one where he hit the post with his head?
yeah, hit a post.
Oh,
and-
that
Yeah,
was
oh,
that
it
was
was so
from,
close.
by the way, that was from ESTEVAO cross, right? That's
Yeah,
one
yeah.
of the
I
ones
guess
I had.
no.
Yeah.
Was
Yeah, I
Esteban
think
at least?
Yeah, it was the one
Yeah.
the 89th minute. It was the one.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
That's
yeah,
the
because that's the one chance I was thinking. Yeah, he created another really good chance, but yeah, like perfect time for international break, because like the amount of injuries we got, we don't have a working centre back right now. Just
Boys,
zero.
I was getting sick and
we have
tired of
6
hearing
centre
the
backs out.
negativity. I ain't gonna lie. So if we went, I was ready to go into this international break with like,
Yeah.
all right, I'm not gonna be on Twitter for 2 weeks because I can't do this.
Honestly, it is the perfect time because we ended on a win against Liverpool where none of us expected,
Big
and
finish.
I think we're 5 points from first. I know we're like 7th or something, but
Yep.
it could have been a lot worse. It really could have been a lot worse today.
I think I said it on the stream. And listen, like, you guys who called me out on chat, you're right. I mean, I didn't expect us to win. I expected us to lose. I said 3-1 loss. And so this team even proved me wrong. But one thing I wanted to bring up, and I think we should start with this. Maresca. Maresca got it right today.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm probably not the only one that had their doubts, right, with the lineup. But he got it right. From the get-go, from the beginning of the game, we looked good. We looked good. Like, we made Liverpool... We kind of exposed Liverpool, in a sense. Like, one thing I really, really think this team needs to work on, because I saw it against Bayern too. Maybe you guys agree or disagree. We need to work on being more precise with our long balls. We really do. because the amount of times that they would send that long ball and it would just be too much sauce on it for either Garnacho or Neto, like, oh my God, or even Pedro, even at times. And there was so much space. But if we had just been a little bit more precise, even Guiu had a chance too. If we had just been a little bit more precise, the game plan was there. And it happened against Bayern where we kept sending that long ball. Bayern played that infamous high line. And it's just, it can be a little frustrating to see, like, the vision is there, but the execution isn't necessarily perfect. Go ahead.
I think that, I agree, but I think that came with two players in particular. Like, especially like a couple ones till the end was like, a lot of that was on Enzo in terms of like I said, I think he had an excellent game, but there was a couple times towards the end like the passing was over here. The other one is just Sanchez. I'm sorry, like he's the other one. Like he had nothing really to do in goal. I can't speak on him as a goalkeeper in terms of saving. He had nothing to do.
He was 50-50 with his passing today.
He had nothing to do. His passing is still shit. His passing is still shit. That's the only like other real negative I have about the game.
He had some good moments, but then
I think he had one that he did for. He had one for Garnacho, I think, in the second half that was good that I remember. I don't remember any others apart from that. But yeah, I think I agree with you much. I think it mostly just came from those two when it came to long balls. Because like I said, apart from that, like I agree on the Maresca thing. Like the switch up he did in midfield in terms of, because I think all of us expected Reece in midfield and Gusto at right.
Yeah,
and I'm glad he switched it around. I'm really glad he switched it around. Because I think you saw how Reece handled Gakpo. That was a good battle. I think Gakpo was comfortably their best player. Like it was him or Gravenberch. Like was their best player. And so that was a good battle. And I think if Gusto had been there, he probably loses that personally with how he's been at the moment in the last couple of games.
True.
And also, like I said, I think I'd argue Gusto had a better game in midfield today than he did at right back.
For sure.
Yeah.
And
that's definitely true.
Because all you asked him to do, we've always said, like, well, I know Jimmy said this, and I've kind of come to the same point of Gusto's kind of an idiot, right? Like, he's not got the best tactical IQ. Like, he's kind of a moron. So you have to be, I feel like you have to be real simple with your tactics with him and just, like, tell him basics, and he can handle that. So all Maresca said to him was just run and be a pest and just press like shit. And he pressed like shit, was a pest, was good defensively, covered every blade of grass. It's just the stuff going forward when we were on the ball. Like, he offers nothing going forward in those central areas, but I don't expect him to. He's not a midfielder, right? I've passed the point of expecting that from him. It was just like, be a nuisance.
Any scenario where Gusto has to, like, check his shoulders and anticipate movement that he cannot see, he struggles. Even the goal they scored, I know Isak didn't mean to pass it, right? But when the ball's wide, when the ball's in the wide positions, and you're that defender marking the guy at the back post, you know the moment he steps across you, you're dead as a defender. Gusto needs to anticipate and be in that spot, right? I understand it's not an intentional pass, so it looks like there's nothing he could do, but he gets there, and then we're just kind of watching things happen. He got bailed out last week because for whatever reason, his boot was above people's shoulders and probably kicked Minte in the head. I don't know how we didn't get a pen called on us for that, but whatever. But, like, you cannot be late and reactive like that when you're at the back post. That's just a huge problem. So if you put him in midfield, because Cucurella and Reece, that doesn't really happen to them, at least not for the lack of anticipation. Sometimes, like, Cucurella will get beat, like, in the air at the back post because there's a 6'2" striker back there and there's nothing you can do, right? Like, that happens. But it's just Gusto too many times. I see him in a position at the back post to, like, read and react, and it just doesn't happen. So it makes sense why he got put in midfield. That being said, this is all just a proxy for Lavia not being fit for 90 minutes or whatever. But, like, the moment that happens, I would expect to stop seeing this. Like, I get that it's frustrating. I get that it's frustrating. I also don't like it. But we saw today, like, our center back pairing changed 3 times. We ended up with a guy off the bench and a guy who's literally never played in that position in his life, which we survived. We made it work. But there's just so many changes that are forced in our team it's hard for me to look at the manager and be like, you are a main problem for what's happening. Like,
100%.
I don't know.
I agree with you on the Gusto thing because, like, it's with what you said about the Cucurella and Reese thing. It's like it's a what's it called, a recurrence. Like, it might happen every once in a while, but it's got to the point with Gusto. I'm seeing stuff online
It's
about
genuinely
like
every game.
It's Trent level of like, oh, he got beat at the back post again. It's he lost his man on the back post. He didn't check his shoulder. It's like it's every fucking game almost. I'm sorry, I agree with you. Yeah, like and with the midfield thing, I don't think we see it every week. I just think it worked this game, and like I'm glad he went that way rather than the other way. Not because I don't think Reese could do the job, it's because I worry the other way right back.
Yeah, I'd
like
be worried about
worked.
Malo at that right.
It worked massively.
Yeah. One thing I liked about Malo's game today in midfield is that again, his execution isn't always perfect. And obviously we can see that by the way he plays, but I like that he was just finding the spaces in the midfield and trying to keep it simple, just connecting that attack to the defense and vice versa. Like, he was just getting into the right spaces, and I appreciated it. The other person I really, really need to talk about, and I'm really hoping it was a precautionary thing, Badiashile today. Oh,
Yeah,
my days.
Caballero came out and said they'll be fine, but they just need to break.
Yeah. I hope it's just that. And I know Benoit, I think Benoit played 90 minutes the previous game. I think he kind of felt tightness in his hamstring.
He played 90 minutes on Tuesday, like 20 minutes on Saturday, and 3 appearances in a row, and he went down.
Yeah. Which hopefully, like I said, it's just a precautionary thing, just like Willie said. But like today, he really put on a clinic. Oh my God. Like that is retro when he came onto Chelsea first season, Benoit Badiashile.
I'm going to be honest. I don't think it was that great a game.
Really?
For anything that he did specifically. But I do think having a left-footed center back in that position
that's also
opens up the passing so much more than forcing a Tosin or a Chalobah in that role. The reason we're able to get vertical a lot simpler and just retain possession is just the passing angles that he has in those positions are so much easier.
Sure.
Like,
Casey, you saw that. Sorry to interrupt. You saw that at moments in the game when Josh had to go to that side because there was a moment where like Sanchez gave him a horror pass and he had to like use his left foot, cleared it out for a throw in. There was another moment after Badiashile went off where he was at left side. Same thing happened because he's not left footed. And so it's awkward for him to try and, especially when he was getting pressed in those moments, like to try and hook it out.
It's not only that he's not left-footed, you can tell he's never played left-sided center back in his life.
Yeah.
Like, it seems pretty obvious to me. The only guy who's really functioned in that role in our squad, aside from the left-footers, is Tosin. But it's like, do you really want Tosin out there against Liverpool, even if he was fit? Like,
he's not yet.
Not really. Not particularly, right? So I think Badiashile, like, I think it's getting a little bit of gas relative to things that actually happened. But 2 things, I think our midfield definitely got the better of theirs while Badiashile was on the pitch. So it's not like our defense was coping with all these insane situations. And I just think having a left footer there makes our build-up a lot better.
I mean, what I appreciate about Benoit being on the pitch is that he was able, like, of all of our center backs that we've had there so far this season, he has been the one that clearly can do the pass through over the midfield, like through that midfield.
Well, yeah, because he's got the one attribute none of these other guys have, and that's the left-footedness.
Who was it? You just remind me of that pass. Like, Badiashile is the one who did that really long-range pass to a right-sided winger, maybe, I think it was. Like, and he had a poor touchdown, and they could have, like, maybe created a good chance.
Maybe it was not so. I mean, he was spraying it out to everyone. Garnacho, he was spraying it out to João Pedro.
No, it's just that one specific pass I remember, like, at the first half, obviously, and yeah, like the player had a bad touchdown, and it went out basically for a goal kick, I think, or corner maybe.
Yeah, no, it was just I maybe I'm gassing it up because it's like been so long since I've seen a good
I do think his height is a massive help when we're trying to retain possession in their third or win the ball back in the middle third. For like a lot of the clearances or just the dumps from the keeper, Badiashile and Josh and Reese when he was there, did a good job of being first to the ball, and our midfielders today did a better job than I think I'd seen at any other point in the season of being there for the second ball and just like kind of mopping things up. Like it was too many times at Old Trafford or too many times against Brighton where they would win the initial contact and the ball would just come right back to us anyways. If you can win the first ball, if you can win the second ball, you can get your foot on the ball, and it's just a lot easier.
Yeah, there are even times like, and you know what? Like that's a good point that Pete brought up too, because like, there are even times where either Achimpong or Badiashile, they kind of did what we saw a lot at during the PSG game, where they would push into midfield to be aggressive. They would follow their man, right? And that aggressiveness helped destabilize that midfield a lot and help us retain possession. And you know, having Enzo or having Caicedo there to like really sweep up and like gain the second ball, even if they didn't, like Cucurella was there, like we were doing a good job of just not letting, you know, really going for those duels and really trying to win the ball back. And I think Reece was another one, a factor in that too. Like this is Reece's heat map in today's game. He's the whole right side. It was
when you have fullbacks who you feel confident in 1v1 against wingers, when they make the diagonal runs and try and exploit the space, like when you have Reece and Cucurella, you can be more aggressive in the middle of the pitch for your center back stepping into midfield. It's a lot different if you have like a Gusto, right? Like I'm not confident Gusto can run side by side with Gakpo and hold him up.
Yeah.
But we saw Reece do it like 5-6 times today. I would not be confident if we had Gusto on the left side and Cucurella was, or Salah was running next to him. But it's like we don't have that, you know? So it's just it's a lot easier when you have the type of physical profiles to like win the duels, win the battles in those spaces.
Yeah, and I think physically today we were on it. We were on
100%. Physically, our guys won the battles they needed to win.
Yeah, I mean, let's actually look into Reece James' stats. No Chelsea player had more touches, 83, won more duels, 8, made more tackles, 5, or made more interceptions, 2, against Liverpool than Reece James. And he did it playing multiple positions. Fuck yeah, he did, because that's fucking Reece James. What a performance from him today as well. Like, God. And what's so blessed about this whole situation is he's fit. He's still fit. Knock on wood. Still fit. Did he play a full 90 today? I think he... No.
Yep. Yeah, he did. He had
90.
I mean, he had to, didn't he? Like, everyone was getting injured.
Yeah, there was no...
Yeah.
I don't think we had no defender sub.
There's no subbing off Reece when you lose 2 center backs and Gusto's already on the pitch.
Yep.
Granted, he only played 10 minutes during the week, and I would guess that he's only going to play... Because England, one of the matches is a friendly, right?
Yep.
Yeah, if he gets called in, I would guess he's not playing both of those, right? Granted, Tuchel would be insane to just play him for both. You definitely have other right backs in a friendly.
I don't know who he's taking, because obviously Livramento's injured.
Trent's
not playing.
I haven't even looked up the England October squad.
I only know like a couple of players
friendlies?
that are playing. That's it.
Are both England games friendlies?
No, I think it's one qualifier and one friendly.
Well, I mean, Tuchel should just.
It's because when you're in the Chris, when you're in the 5-team groups, you're gonna have some off days.
Can I give you guys a really
They can play Konsa right back. They have Spence as well.
Oh, they got Spence as well.
I don't want to call it an important stat, but it's like a really good thing to see. Reece James has played 90 minutes in the last three Premier League matches. 3 90-minute games in a row.
Yeah. I was told he couldn't play regularly at right back and do the overlapping stuff and like.
Oh, he's done it in England and Chelsea now. He's showing it.
Reece has always been able to do this. It's just people wanted to do the like he can't do this anymore bullshit because like they were scared, which I understand. But like, why are you scared?
People also drastically overestimate the physical demands of being a right back when you're providing width and being a wing back in a system where you're the only width. Like those are definitely two different things. So people see right back like, oh, you have to be Hakimi to do that. It's like, you don't have to. Like, you just have to kind of be smart about it.
Yeah, because he's got like the wingers and the 10 or whatever like to support him for the short.
But yeah,
pass,
my
so,
guess is he plays one of these games, and it's going to be the qualifier.
Hopefully. Hopefully. It's not
Okay,
the
so there's a
friendly as well.
qualifier and a friendly during
Yeah.
They
international
play
break
Wales
friendly.
on Thursday the
Friendly.
9th, and then they play
Yeah.
Latvia on Tuesday, October 14th.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, the defenders are Dan Burn, Mark Gahey, Reese, Konsa, Lewis Skelly, Kwanzaa, Spence, and Stones. So
Wait,
my guess
Kwanzaa
is...
Yeah,
Yeah,
called up, I
because
think, because Livermento's out.
Livermento got injured, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but
It's gonna be
Kwanzaa's a
injury.
centre back.
Yeah,
Wait,
but
who's the other right back?
they have... If you're being strict about it, they have 4 center backs, right? They have Dan Burn, Gahey, Konsa. No, they have 5, actually. So one of them is maybe playing left back. Who knows? Well,
I
Dan
mean,
Burn will be playing
in
left
the
back.
friendly,
It's
I'll be
Tuchel,
honest.
actually.
Like,
What am I
they
saying?
they can play center back at fullback against Wales. Like,
Yeah.
that's
What
as
am I
much as I
saying?
had to say.
There's a friendly. Who cares?
Yeah.
But yeah, it'll be good that Reese doesn't play both games. Is Caicedo going or no?
Yes.
I think there was doubt, but I don't know if he got called up. I'll look it up.
He's
right
been
now.
called up. He's been called up, but apparently they're having second thoughts of whether or not he's gonna play or not.
Yeah, because of the report that
Oh,
he's
me
playing
too.
campaign.
Are they now? He plays. I
that's-
guarantee he plays.
no, as in like actually like making sure that he comes up
Yeah,
to the
Scott, there
That's
was a
what I mean.
report that said because they've heard that he's been playing through pain, there's now doubt. Which is like, wait, because you heard now? Shouldn't you know?
Marshall. Ecuador, it's the same thing with the Reece James thing.
Yeah, Ecuador's already
Ecuador will
qualified
play
though.
him. No, but they'll play him every single game that he is available to play for.
We'll see. Because I think, is it still qualifiers for them?
No, they've
No.
qualified.
No.
It's literally friendlies.
No.
They play the US.
The
They play the
qualifiers
US and
ended.
someone else.
Okay, yeah, so it's just friendlies. Yeah, it'd be weird. Yeah, we'll see.
I'll say
We'll
they're
see.
going to play a mediocre US team because Poch has probably picked some random players.
Wait, Ecuador's playing the USA?
Yeah,
Go Ecuador.
Wow.
and then there's someone else. Like he doesn't need
They're
to
playing.
go.
They're
If
playing
he
the
goes-
US and they're playing Mexico.
Oh, there you go.
Jesus. All right.
So yeah, like he doesn't need to go. If he goes, he's playing every minute. He's their captain.
That's cool.
Yeah. Well, speaking on Moises Caicedo, we gotta do this. Moises Caicedo is now Chelsea's joint
Hello?
top scorer in the Premier League this season.
Wait, is he got 3?
He scored 3 goals in the last 6 Premier League appearances, which is as many in his previous 133 games in the competition. His game by numbers versus Liverpool: 5 ground duels won, 5 time possession won, 4 tackles, 2 shots on target, and 1 goal. Why does this guy just like to score bangers, guys?
Because they give him the space, and when you give this man space,
Yeah,
he's got to take his shot, and
fine.
he's actually got a good shot on
That
him.
was such a brilliant
Like,
goal.
it's
Although
like, for
Bamardashvili
me,
almost got to
Kovacic
it.
on steroids. Like Kovacic could
Nah,
do
he
a shot,
didn't
but
really
not
get
like
to
this.
He had his fingers on it.
Yeah, but like he's
He
never
barely
really
got
getting
fingertips on it, but he's
Yeah,
not
he
touching
barely
it
got
on the post.
to it. Like he's never getting that shot.
It was.
He
a really
basically
good
reacted
shot.
too late. He reacted too late. That's the problem.
Yeah.
He
Bro,
didn't react too
he
late.
could
He
react
didn't do.
Yeah,
He didn't do anything
he
wrong.
could have reacted perfectly. He's not getting that. It was fucking top bins, bro. He's not
Guys, he
7
didn't-
something.
He didn't
He's
react too
6'6"
late. He's
as
never
well.
get. He's never
never
getting that.
getting
No one's
I gotta
ever
find the ref
getting
cam
that.
like
Yeah,
style.
he's never getting that shot.
Yeah.
I gotta
Even-
find.
That was,
Look,
guys,
watch what
guys, that was
gets,
that was a perfect dive from somebody
No, it
who's
was.
6'6",
Yeah.
and it wasn't that close. Trust me, the fingertips make it look like it was close. Nah.
Yeah, I get you.
I mean, is that perfect?
But talk to me about Caicedo, boys. What do we think about his performance today?
Fucking unbelievable. He's the best midfielder in the league. I don't give a shit. He's the best, like, DM at least in the league. I don't care. I'll argue with your nan.
I mean, yeah, like I don't know who like really.
The only person who can catch them is
solid,
injured.
but
The
Greg
only
Welch
person who can catch
will
him is
say-
injured.
Really random, but these random Yankees Blue Jays updates in the chat are very funny.
Yeah,
It's like, this is a
Chronicles,
Chelsea
he's a
review?
baseball fan.
Is,
And we're talking baseball.
Marshall,
playoff.
are you a Yankees fan, Marshall? To start, of course.
I'm
This is
Mets
a
fan,
polar
unfortunately.
bear in Arlington, Texas comment, but I like it. Keep going. It's funny because I also have the game on my TV, so I'm like, why am I getting updates for this here? But I like that. I respect that.
Yeah, Gravenberch was quiet today. He had a good game.
I'll
too,
be
by the
honest,
way.
man. You know how? Do you guys remember in 2017 when we won the league and everybody acted like Cesc was incredible? Do you guys remember that?
Yes.
Yes.
That's what happened with Gravenberch last season. Everybody acted like he was incredible because they won the league, and it's like, I get it. He was good. He was one of the better midfielders in the league, for sure. But the way people were talking about him as like the best midfielder in the league was insane at the time. And it just looks even crazier now. He's good, but I don't see it, man. I don't see it.
Yeah.
100%.
I just
But it's
think-
like,
Do you not rate him as like
I
top 3 in
said-
the Premier League or something?
no, he's not top 3, but I think you see it
'Cause
today.
I still think he's had good
You don't
games.
think
this season,
Gravenberch is top 3?
no,
I think he's
I
had good
don't
games.
know
Not
if that's
today, not so
true.
much, but
I think,
don't
well,
he's the
it's
best for
okay.
sure,
Okay,
but-
number 1 and number 2, when everyone's fit, is Caicedo and Rodri. Who the fuck else is
Okay.
third?
I see.
Rice,
It's
I think
Caicedo,
Rice is
Rodri.
easly better. I think Rice is
Okay, then,
definitely better than
then
Gravenberch.
you're arguing Rice,
Yeah, I mean, Rice is good.
Gravenberch. You're arguing who else is in that conversation? I think honestly, with his performances, I think Tonali's in that conversation.
Yeah, I
I'm
was
gonna be honest.
I was gonna mention Tonali's good.
Yeah.
Almost like
the way
Tonali's in
that
that conversation.
the way that Gravenberch was like a unanimous best midfielder in the league shout, I think was a result of the league table
Yeah,
more
100%.
than the performances that were actually being put down. Is all I'm saying.
I think he had really good performances in the first half of the
Yeah,
season.
Bonucci's
I think in the
pretty good.
second half he was.
No, for sure. No, he
bit
did. I'm
more
not
mute.
like this.
No, I'm
isn't
actually
a,
agreeing with you. I think that's what I'm saying. It wasn't like a consistent like. But it was consistent more so.
Oh yeah,
like,
Jordan.
like by the time his level dipped a little bit, they were so far
Yes.
ahead. It's like people pretend that never happened.
exactly. Yeah.
And I
But
think
like for me, at no point was he the consensus best midfielder in this league.
100%.
Like,
I think that's
that
fair.
never happened to me.
But also as well, I think you see today, like I said earlier, I think he was probably arguably their like second best player in the game, Liverpool's, and like he was
for
good.
sure.
He was good today, but you see levels in terms of he was good, had a good performance in midfield up until he went centre back, and then you see the level that Caicedo put today. Like that's levels. Like that's what I'm saying. Like Gravenberch is a very good midfielder, and what Slot has done in terms of taking him from what he was at in terms of, because he was, I think, more of an attacking guy at Ajax into just nothing at Bayern, to taking him into this kind of like deep lying kind of all round midfielder. Fantastic, and he is a good midfielder. But like Peter said, like you saw levels today. Caicedo turns up and dominates this game. Dominates this game. That's what you expect. Rodri turns up in a game like this and dominates this game.
I just need to take a moment to really, really appreciate the ref cam, because this makes the play look so much fun. You think it's weird? I love it.
It's
so
weird in
sick,
terms of, it's sick in terms of when you realize where it's placed, bro. Like I think in the one of the other games I saw the ref, bro. I can see the dude's I can see the ref's mouth, bro, and I'm seeing like his eyelashes and shit. Like, bro, like have it on the top of his head. Or why have I got it?
What
like
happens?
McAllister got.
It gets rainy and it gets cold in England, and everybody gets even more miserable than they already are, man.
Well,
The
you
ref cam is
almost got away,
cool. It's fine. But I will say, it would be nice, and there's like no way for them to do this, but like run a cam along the top of the ground, kind of like how the NFL has the sky cam. I think
They
that
do that
would be
though.
sick.
They actually do that for a lot of the big. They actually do that. It's just that I think.
I just wish like broadcast would use it more during the match.
Dude,
Like, I think it would be
it's,
cool.
You know, with like the smaller stadiums, it's a bit more difficult. So like like the ball.
Well, yeah, logistically, it's hard to get one of those in a ground that has
Because,
15,000 seats.
like so like the biggest stadiums, for example, you will see it. Like so, you know when we play Spurs or when we play like even United, for example, like you will see the overhead shot, right, a lot more. But like I don't know why it's not in the why it's not in Stamford Bridge, for example. But I would assume it's sort of like the age of the stadium itself. Yeah, it's too small in the age of the stadium itself. Yeah.
Look at Van Dijk twerking, bro. Look at Van Dijk just like
presenting
ass.
Look,
for Caicedo.
I will say, in defense of Liverpool's center backs, their midfielders hung them out to dry.
Oh, they
will
Yeah,
say
McAllister
that.
was so bad today, dude. McAllister.
All of them. All of
Oh
them
my
in that
God.
passage of play, it took one lateral pass a poor decision to dive in, and their entire midfield was just nowhere.
Yep.
And they had runners either side of the center backs. I know, like, people are gonna do the Van Dijk memes, and like, I get it. Like, in their defense, the midfield just disintegrated. I don't know. Like, if we
nullified their midfield pretty much.
Not only we walked through them multiple times. That's the real problem for them.
Yeah.
100%.
You know what?
The Van Dijk thing, by the way, the reason I don't give Van Dijk credit, if you go back and watch that clip, two things. Number one, the guy he's trying to mark is Gusto. Like, what the fuck's Gusto doing in an attacking area? Second, if you watch that, Kirkers is on the defending, like, he's on the goal side, bro. Even if Gusto gets that ball, Kirkers is clamping him straight away.
Yeah, I give
like,
you the
just
other angle.
step. Literally, like, watch this goal. Like, when Caicedo goes to shoot. I'm gonna wait till Marshall gets to the right point. We're going frame by frame here.
Just gotta appreciate the
look. When he gets hit, bro,
You reckon that's
go back a little bit. Go back
I see what you're saying.
Like, if Gusto gets the ball, Kirkers is clamping him. If I'm Van Dijk, step to him. Like, also, if you step across kind of the path to Gusto, he can't pass that anyway. He's not Fabregas, man.
If you step to him, the shots either coming in or the ball's going wide.
Yeah.
Either way, you'll probably be okay.
But can I give a take?
I agree with the midfield thing, but Van Dijk there, just if you step, you stop that.
Doesn't help.
You stop him shooting if you just step.
So I'm gonna actually kind of defend Van Dijk a little bit. I think one of Van Dijk does is I think he's of the belief that he can either trust his keeper to make the save or be the person that's gonna make the shot.
He forgot that he was standing next to Gusto. That's all this is. I get it though. Scott is right.
It's Gusto, bro. Like, what's Gusto
he's
doing?
literally never scored. I don't know.
Bro, yeah, I can't lie to you. They hate Gusto so much because he's basically the recycle of the ball. Because he's always passing the ball back, basically.
No, it's not that. No, it's not. Ahmed, I don't think I've seen
No, they really hate him because of that. Honestly, I'm telling you, they hate him.
He was at the game today, Scott. He was at the game.
No, he recycles the ball.
No, it's not just that. Gusto chooses to recycle when he's in those positions.
Exactly.
Where he can just put a ball to the back post.
Yeah. Exactly.
We do all this work to get Gusto in a really solid position to put the ball in the box, and then he just says, "Nah, let me pass it all the way back."
I can't lie to you.
I get why fans get mad.
Poch, I can't lie. Yeah, Poch is one of them. Poch really destroyed this guy's confidence in going.
I don't think that's fair at all.
This guy's confidence.
I actually have to say the reason why I say that is because if you really watch this guy pre Chelsea. This guy generally would attack non-stop. He was an attacking demon.
This guy had all sorts of assists under Poch from those wide positions. He used to put the ball in the box. Now he doesn't do it. I don't think blaming Poch for Gusto losing brain cells is fair.
And trust me, I'll say later fuck Poch when we talk about one player. Like, this ain't a Poch thing. Bro's just, like we said earlier, he's brain dead, man. Like, this, he's just an idiot.
It can't just be that he's brain dead. I feel like there's like...
But it can.
His game has changed. His game, but no, the reason why I say that, but it feels like his game has like fundamentally changed.
Like,
bro, like Ahmed, I get it. You don't want to believe like his brain just fell out his left ear. Like, I understand that, but like genuinely, Ahmed,
I love this.
I think that's what's happened. He's the only player. Gusto's the only player who's been here for the season under Poch and the Maresca seasons, who I think has definitively gotten worse. He's the only
100%, 100%. I can't.
He's the only one. So I cannot, and it's not just like, I understand he struggles with the inverting thing. Even when he's in these wide positions, his main attribute is the ability to get up and down the wing and put the ball in the box. That's supposed to be his main thing, right? We don't even get that part anymore. Neto wants to do 16 fake crosses and then pass it to Gusto.
I can't even lie to you.
More fake crosses and then pass it to fucking Josh, and then it's like, well, what's the point? What even is the point of the right hand side if that's what we're doing? What is the point?
Can I be honest with you guys? I can't lie to you, man. Neto, he really irritates me, bro. He is the most people love making jokes. People love like making jokes, but Marshall, I call him like no IQ now, bro. I generally call him no IQ because I feel like that's how he plays with zero IQ. Like,
really?
Bro,
for me, he has literally 3 moves. Yeah, and when I say them to you, you're gonna realize this. Yeah, he has the little, when he gets the ball and then he's facing the man, he has the fake fin one. He does the fake, Yeah, well, he's not gonna run, and then whenever he does that, it's always the cross, the
inverted cross, yeah,
the inverted cross, right? Or the other one is he just drives all the way down with the ball, and then he doesn't, instead of crossing it like a regular person, he would just like go out for like a goal kick, basically.
Hey man, the Yankees update stopped when they gave up another run. Chat, you aren't slick. I see you.
That's literally, bro. That's literally the three things he does all the time, bro. And it fucking annoys me. I can't lie to you, man. It annoys me because it's like, come on, bro. Like, we paid quite a bit of money for you, bro. You have to have more in your locker than that, bro.
Okay, hold on. I feel like
I agree.
We're being a little
we have
disingenuous.
White Willian at right wing. I agree. I agree with you.
I think
it's a problem.
Listen, I don't rate Kirkes, but I think Kirkes was decently defending him because I've seen games where like
he wasn't, man.
No, he wasn't. Was easily defending him into getting stinker and hooked, man. Big up.
We've seen
Chat,
games.
You see what's happening? Chat, you see what's happening right now? This is when you know deep in your heart that the winger you're talking about is not good. When we have to advocate for a defender defending him well who got hooked after 57 minutes.
But the reason I say that though is because like I've seen other games, right, where Neto will get a little nutmeg here or will, you know, beat his fullback.
I'll be honest, Neto dominated him physically in terms of all aspects. The only thing, like I agree with what TM
that's the other thing about Neto is the physicality is what helps him a lot.
No, I agree. Well,
how about some end product, buddy?
I was gonna say also the physicality only goes so far, and the physicality has to lead something as well. Like I want to talk about a couple of other wingers who I wish we had at the football club right now. One of which we should have at the football club right now, but don't. But no, I agree with what TM said earlier. I think he was decent. Like I don't think he was terrible. I just thought he did okay. It's just one of the things that like I agree about, like the crossing, in terms of like he's got a good cross on him. It's the like stutter. It's the brother. Just put the fucking cross. Put the ball in the fucking box, please. Like just put the ball in the box. Stop it! Like he just stutters, like bro's buffering.
Bro, he keeps doing that. I'm just like, bro, it's not working, bro.
He tried
that. He tries that every game, bro, and it's like it's not working, big man. Can you stop, please? You know, I feel like
that's why Ahmed. That's why I quite like him on the left sometimes, because there are times that he'll just get the ball out of his feet and whip it, bro. Like he'll just whip it.
It's like what Moreski did initially with Madueke, because he was like, okay, listen, I need to just force you on this foot because at least I know you're just gonna cross. All you can do is literally cross the ball, essentially, or like something like that. Like you have to just cross it or do like a one-man action of it because it gets fucking up. It pisses me off, bro. Another thing is, he's also like, I've noticed he doesn't do the cutting thing that he used to do, where he used to cut inside and shoot, which is kind of which has surprised me a little bit because that used to be like something that he used to do quite regularly beforehand.
Ahmed, do you know why he doesn't do that? And part of this comes down to like you're never going to coach that him. He's not a goal scorer, so it's not as natural. Like we saw that at Madueke, because Madueke is a goal scorer. He wants to score goals. Like you saw it today with Kuz, and then if anyone watched the Tottenham game, the goal he scored, because he's a goal scorer. He wants to cut inside and score. Like Neto doesn't want to do that. He wants to link up play. He wants to get assists, which is cool. I don't mind him doing that. But then you got to get assists, brother. Like you've got to do something. Like with other players, like you see Semenyo, it's the same. Bro,
Semenyo is going to be 100
we wanted to sign like, Gittins and Garnacho, Gittins and Garnacho. Like when Semenyo's like chilling there.
I can't lie to you. I saw a lot of bright spots today with Gittins today. I just feel like a little bit more improvement, bro. I think we might be EA in the game with him, bro. I'll be honest.
That's fine. We might be in the game with one of our 50 million pound wingers. That's good. Yeah. That is good. That is good.
That's what I like to hear.
Is that what we should be reduced to?
I was going to say also,
Probably
the Gittins thing is like, it feels almost like Make-A-Wish in terms of like the bar was like literally the lowest it could ever be after that Benfica cameo. And like what we've seen, it's like anything was an improvement. Like I agree, like he took a shot. He took a shot that was good.
He got close.
He completed Marshall. He completed at least one dribble, which is more than I can say for that Benfica cameo.
Against Soboslai.
At least one dribble.
It's a caveat.
Against a number 10 playing right back, he completed one dribble. Who had already been beaten by Garnacho, by the way, who's the worst dribble I've ever seen in my life. But he completed a dribble, so it's cool. yeah, it's like the unfortunately with our left wingers, the bar is the lowest it could ever be. Like it's the lowest it will ever be, and so anything's an improvement.
I
Like
mean, they're not
anything.
gonna be our main star wingers, are they? It's still gonna be like
No, they
Neto
should
and
be like.
Esteban.
I think we see today.
Are they
No,
both
I think
not
they
going to be our
shouldn't
starting wingers after spending 100M on them?
Well,
No, they shouldn't be. They shouldn't be because neither of them are good enough. And like the annoying thing is
we
like
have
some of
two
us
better right wingers than them who can
said
play
this,
one and play
said
left.
this multiple times. Our starting
we
wingers
have-
for every game they can possibly play should be.
Do we
Neto
have two
and
better
Esteban.
right wingers?
Two better right wingers who can play on the left better than them. Well,
Do we? Are both of them
Neto
definitively
is
Okay,
better?
I would say
Neto's
Neto. I don't know
better on
about
the left
Esteban
than
on the left,
both
but
of them. Like Neto is just better than both of them on the left currently.
Do you guys
Well,
think
that's
if
one
we
thing.
move Neto to the left, we get more crossing out of him?
Yes.
Okay, I would do it. I think it's worth it. Let's do it. I need the ball in the box, brother. I need
Yeah.
something.
I think we get. I think we get more
not
accurate
Esteban,
cutbacks
Joe
and crosses
Pedro's been
than
getting
we did
I
today.
just Neto and Gusto on the same side of the pitch. No.
One thing I will say, and like, listen, you know, I know
Nah.
it's not Rescue's play style. He does this often. Like, I do think, bro. Listen, at some point, bro, we are gonna need to get some overlapping to occur because there are
We
times
did
where
that today.
We did that today.
no. In terms of like what I particularly
We scored our second goal through overlapping.
No,
What are you talking
On
about?
the right. I mean, particularly on that the Neto side. Like, I don't understand why there'll be times where Gusto would just
No, but-
invert, and I'm like,
You refuted the
Ahmed.
point that his brain fell out of his ear, and now you're asking for overlaps when he was in numerous positions and just didn't do it. That's a him thing.
I saw James doing it as well multiple times. The issue was even
We saw Reese do it. We saw
was gonna
Reese
say,
do it, and we saw
Ahmed, yeah.
Cucurella do it.
the issue was kind of twofold, or one or the other. Like it was either more often than not Neto or whoever the player was that was on the ball making the like holding the ball for the overlap, passing it back inside and not using the overlap, or the person on the overlap, Gusto, not doing anything with the ball when he gets the overlap. So like we saw the overlaps, just nothing happened.
I too would like more production from the wide areas of the pitch and more service for more chance creation. That would be awesome. I agree.
And speaking on that point, regardless of whoever else starts, ESTEVAO has to start going forward. I don't care. I don't give a shit that he's 18. I don't care. None of that bullshit. He's the most productive, both
Can
in
I
terms
point out
of.
something? When Maresca made those subs, I think that was the youngest attack I've ever seen in the Premier League. We had Guiu,
120-year-old and
19-year-old Guiu,
Oh yeah, 19.
18-year-old STOPPAGE, and 20-year-old Gittins, all just leading the front line. I was like, oh my god, I don't know about this. It worked out.
Like
no, but yeah, listen.
ESTEVAO has to play going forward. I'm sorry, he has to start going forward. Like
The thing is, Marshall, bro, this is our current situation, so we need to make use of what we've got. That's all
I
we're
get
saying.
it. I get it because like right now, like
By the way, João
I'm
Pedro,
just happy we're getting
João
into
Pedro,
international
bro,
break and we can
listen.
get some players that can come back as well.
João-
Like,
listen,
I'm
João
really happy
Pedro-
about that.
we should give him credit because he's been a good soldier for the club. I'm gonna put it like that. But you can tell he's not playing 100%, if that makes sense. Like in terms of like the way we are playing, the way he himself even plays, he feels like he's playing more of a facilitator than he's even as like
I mean, he's
I don't
injured.
know. No, but that's
Our
the point I'm
main-
gonna make.
No, but
Our main number 10 is also not fit.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah,
what Ahmed
that's
says though is like the way we've used João Pedro is the same way, like the same in every game, regardless of who's injured and who's not. And it's like
Yes.
I agree. Like I hate him in this number 9 position. The way we're using him as a number 9 now is not the same way we used him as a number 9 in the Club World Cup.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
true.
Like, and the annoying thing is, do you know what makes it worse? And I know we've talked about this. I just want to highlight this.
Sure.
We could have used Jackson in that exact same position, and it would have worked because in all we're asking him to do is to facilitate. We're not asking to finish. We're not asking to be in the box to score. We're asking to facilitate for the other players around him, which in this current setup would have been ESTEVAO potentially and João Pedro, and then one other winger, maybe Neto, who gives a shit. But those first two in particular.
But Scott,
I really
he sucks
feel-
at finishing. He has no place at this club. He
No,
needs to be
like,
sold.
But it like again, like this is
I
where
stand by
I'm
that
being
take, by the way.
sarcastic. I'm
No,
being
no, he
sarcastic.
does.
I don't
he's
even
not
know
a
if it's
great-
an Ahmed
He's not a
take.
great finisher.
Just a
He's not a
general
great finisher,
Chelsea
but
take.
again, Ahmed, Marshall, it comes down to like styles, right? Like Bobby Firmino was a quite poor finisher, especially as it got his time went on at Liverpool. But it
his
didn't matter.
creativity
He was a facilitator for everything
Yep.
else because their team needed
Yep.
him. It was the same with us, and it's the same in terms of like one of the issues we've got with João Pedro playing up top and doing this facilitating role. We haven't like, and this is where I will say Garnacho helps in a sense, and I think Neto does when he plays. At least if you get him in this position, is they stretch the pitch and they get him behind. Which, like, if you're going to have a facilitator where they drop deep to get the ball, which our number 9 keeps doing, you need runners, or you need runners.
Which,
if Enzo does that job, because he plays 10, I don't like him doing that job particularly. Garnacho can do that job. I just think on a technical level he's bad, and then I like Neto doing that job. We don't have anyone else outside of that who does that job, outside of Palmer, who's injured.
I really feel like, listen again.
Or João Pedro when he's in the team.
The way he played with Delap, I think we can do some level of a job there. Essentially. And I think that was, again, that formation was ideal for a number of reasons, because it helped out a lot of your players. And he decided to play Gui for the first time today for like 90 minutes, because probably João Pedro couldn't play any further, right? So, but again, I feel like that go-to formation that you were using previously before the Delap injury should be what you should be trying to get back to.
Remember how we talked about this after the West Ham game, right? Where I asked you guys, like, does it feel like Maresca is using Delap a lot like how you would use Jackson? And you could see it. You could see it. Like, that was part of the game plan. Like,
I think, listen, again, it's all well and good saying that we want Jackson, but we also know what happened last season with Jackson beforehand too, right? It's all well and good saying we should keep him, we should do that stuff with him too. But I think, again, if you look at the way João Pedro and Delap were playing with each other, it was more so complementary, like where one guy could be the Robin, the other guy would be the Batman, whatever was needed to happen, right? And I think Delap, just even though Delap, listen, he's not the tallest lad, but he was physical, right? He at least helped he was helping us with these long ball situations, because at least
he'll hold up a defender, right? Wait till the players. He will make it competitive, right? He makes it much more competitive than when you're trying to hook the ball to João Pedro. But that's why last season I always made that argument. Like, listen, as much as I don't think Jackson is the finished product with the finishing and goal scoring ability, he does improve the attack. He does bring something to the table. People laughed at me when I said it, but we're seeing how, when Delap is not in this team, how there's like João Pedro's level drops a bit.
What I would say to you though is that our problem last season though was that we didn't need that. We didn't need the other stuff from Jackson last season, because we were doing probably the best we ever were. Because Enzo had a breakout season. I want to say breakout season, but he had like a great second season essentially, right? Palmer was essentially the 10 now, being the main creator of the team, and so essentially his job had changed now, because now it was like, I don't need the other stuff from you. I need the main thing from you.
My counter argument to that, right, is that we've never seen what Jackson is like when he has competition. Who knows what could have happened to Jackson in terms of...
You got a taster, nah?
Okay, one game where he made a cameo and he was doing the most. Like, Gittins was doing the most in the beginning of the season, and now maybe today we see, like, okay, calm down a little bit. You don't have to do everything. Keep it simple. And his performance, this was probably his better performance out of all of his other starts. But yeah, man, like, this is why, like, in the summer, if Jackson gets sold, we get a good price, I would have been okay with it, right? But I was also never of the camp of like, he has to go, he has to be sold, he's a liability because he's causing all these reds. And it's like, listen, I get it, football's an emotional sport, but when I'm analyzing, when I'm doing reviews, for the most part, I do my best to set that emotion to the side and look at the game from like a rational point of view. Like, Jackson, although out of his last 5 appearances, twice he got sent off, like, I get it. There's other aspects of his games that he can bring to the table that would help this team right now. And it shows, because now you have João Pedro doing it. And I don't know. It's just, it frustrates me because the fan base has such an agenda against Jackson.
Listen, I get that, but I think
you're ignoring
Jackson
the manager. Marshall, you're ignoring the manager opting against him the moment he had suitable options to do it.
This is true too.
You're ignoring that part. Like, we can't. Would he have been useful? Yes. Was he ever going to get reintegrated by this coach? I don't know. I don't. Yeah,
exactly. So. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know, because you say that, Pete, and when you look at it from the outside looking in, it's like, okay, it looks that way. but there's also a little bit of context, right? Like he gets suspended during that match against Flamengo, and because it's violent conduct, it's 3 games. So it's also like Maresca never really had a chance to mix and match and play around and test to see how can I
He could have
use
played him in
Jackson
the
this
semifinal.
situation.
He could have played
He
him in the
did.
semifinal.
He came on. He did. He came on for what?
No,
20
he could have
minutes?
started him. He could have started him. He went for the
Yeah.
guy that had 2 sessions.
Yeah, he could have.
Right? Like-
but who's to say that maybe if Jackson doesn't say, "Hey, I want to leave because I want to get more play time over at Bayern," which even that's questionable, right?
Marshall,
But
you're
go ahead,
forgetting. Also, hello everyone. You're forgetting, Marshall, that Maresca spoke out last season about wanting a striker,
yeah,
about wanting upgrades on Jackson. He
Mhm.
spoke
I
on that a
remember
lot
that.
of times last year. So, and we signed those upgrades. We signed the lap before the Club World Cup,
yeah.
and then we signed another striker or another forward in João Pedro after was it the group stages or something. So we signed 2 to replace him. It's only a shame that Delap's injured, but Delap's not injury prone. He shouldn't really be injured right now. And if he was
But-
fit, where would Jackson?
And
be
realistically,
at the
Marshall,
time?
we can make a good
Ahmed.
argument. So, I want to add the point quickly, which is that you've also brought Emeka now too, right? Who's essentially is just a younger version than him. That's now I would probably say he's got more experience than Jackson did when he came to Chelsea.
Like, could Jackson have been useful on the pitch today? Yes. Would the coach have used him in this exact same scenario today off the bench instead of Mark Yu? Probably, yeah.
Yeah.
But would Jackson have sat here and waited for this scenario to unfold, knowing how it seems like his relationship with the coach has definitely deteriorated a bit? I don't think so. Like,
A little.
the whole Jackson could help us ignores a bunch of things surrounding how his exit was made.
Marshall, when are you saying we should have kept Jackson?
I never really
Do you mean in
vouched for
general?
keeping Jackson. I'm mostly emphasizing that I never wanted Jackson to leave the club. Like, I was on the fence about it, where I was like, he could go, he could stay, as long as we actually have a striker. People wanted him gone, as if he had no use to us. He was so bad that, like, it.
But okay,
It's-
but
it's a different scenario,
regardless
I'm
of other
thinking,
people's
yeah.
opinions of him, we signed 2 strikers. So if the lap's not injured right now, well, wherever you view João Pedro to be, we signed 2, regardless. If the lap wasn't injured, where would Jackson be getting the minutes that we should have kept him to be 3rd choice?
You would be rotational. There's games. There's plenty of games
You're
to play.
not.
We have
You're not
What-
keeping
yeah.
a.
No, but
You're
I'm not
not
talking about
keeping
your
it-
opinion.
You're not keeping
The
a striker like that
manager.
3rd choice. No one's
Why?
ever gone from starting striker for 2 seasons to 3rd choice in season number 3.
Bro, there's a
Bearing in
reason
mind
why.
the manager selecting guys ahead of him in the previous tournament they were in. Like, that just doesn't. What you're asking for, Marshall, just doesn't happen. You can't
Bro,
find me a
Marshall,
single example of this happening.
There was a reason why we were hearing things about like Jackson or stuff about Jackson being angry about like him like being pushed out and not being 1st choice. He was starting as a 1st choice for Chelsea for 2 straight years. Fine, Chelsea always needed another striker to compete with him.
Yes.
But we then signed 2 strikers. So what now? Which so from his point of view,
But yeah.
but
Yeah.
whether but
I know what you're
I'm
saying.
talking about at the time we were looking at João Pedro being the striker. I'm not talking about now.
If
It's
one
just-
of if one of
Signed
Delap
2.
or Pedro doesn't get signed, I think there's a universe where Jackson's still here, and I think that's the reality. The
Yeah,
moment you
we
sign
signed
2 of them, if you're Nicholas Jackson, you're not waiting around to be 3rd striker and just hoping somebody gets injured after being the starting striker for 2 minutes. I don't blame him for pursuing a move because he's still
Sure.
going to get more football at Bayern as their backup striker than he would at Chelsea as the 3rd striker. But I also, the moment you make those 2 signings, the writing's on the wall for what happened. Because
Like-
in that semifinal, when Delap was suspended, he opted for a guy with 2 sessions with the team over Nicholas Jackson. We saw Jackson off the bench when it was 2-0 after João Pedro scored twice, right? but he did not start him. In the final, Jackson did not touch the pitch. We went from João Pedro to Delap.
Joanne, leave me alone. It's my show,
If
bro.
if we had, hold on, Scott, for a second. Signing Delap makes sense because we needed another striker. Signing João Pedro then seals the fate of Jackson that he needs to go.
I disagree.
Well, I disagree with that.
Well, at the time it did.
I disagree
That
because we haven't talked
combination
about
with
it.
his relationship with the coach is why this happened.
Yeah,
but like,
yes,
I
but
don't
that's
think.
my point, though. I'm not talking about your
Brian.
personal opinions of how they can be played. Talking about for the manager, I now only not just got the competition for Jackson, I got replacement for him in João Pedro as well. I have two. I have no use for you, Jackson. That's the point.
I disagree with that massively because also when you, well, two reasons. Number one is when you got rid of him, you had one striker who I think had worked out by the point at which we got rid of Jackson isn't really an actual striker. He's like a 9.5, 10. Number one.
No. I know he's the 9.5, 10. I'm talking about.
Let's Scott finish.
From the manager's perspective, I've got two. I don't need you.
No, but he doesn't have two. And in fact, someone mentioned earlier, he said he has one.
Okay.
But with the whole Delap thing, and I think the bigger issue in all of this isn't the Jackson leaving or any of that. It's the fact you didn't get a replacement. Like, what does everyone think is happening when Omega gets in next season?
He's just their choice.
You're saying
he's the backup to Delap. Okay, cool. So he's the
Omega. Omega's getting flipped. You know that.
What, immediately? We're selling him the summer we buy him.
Nah, I don't think so.
No. I think he's gonna get flipped in a year or two. But do you think he's gonna get?
No, do you think he's getting sold in the summer we signed him?
No, he'll get flipped in a year or two.
Okay, cool. So he's still going to be part of the squad and being an option at striker.
How much do you think he'll be playing?
Probably a decent amount if you see the amount of rotation that we're currently doing at the moment.
Yeah.
Like, are you asking how many starts we think he's going to get hypothetically?
I have no idea starts, because I didn't think that João Pedro and Delap initially, when they were both signed, were going to start games together. So I don't know how many starts. I had no idea how many starts. I'm talking he's going to get minutes. And that's the point, is he's going to get minutes, and they signed him literally a couple days after the window closed.
I still think this. I think
Jackson leaving is fine. Jackson leaving is not necessarily the problem. It's a problem, or it's a microcosm for the bigger problem. If you just didn't sign a 9, you had no backup.
I think Rusk is also talking out of both sides of his mouth too.
That's also
regarding João Pedro. Because we've never seen João Pedro, Palmer, and Delap on the pitch together, right?
No, because
the one time
West Ham Palmer was injured.
The one time we were going to, he got injured. Palmer got injured.
Yeah.
But
another thing I do want to bring up is that, like, onto
I don't
Scott's
know.
point,
I get it. Like, you don't really view him as a striker, but when everybody was fit at the Club World Cup, relatively, that's where he got put, man.
Yeah,
because
I hear you. I also think that's because Delap wasn't playing to his best either, and I think when you signed João Pedro, you potentially did see him there, and like he played well in the 9, 100%. I just think over time you see with the Premier League, it's quite clear that with the way we're playing in the system, he's not a 9. He's not going to work as an out-and-out 9.
That's also the same arguments.
With how we're playing, I don't think anybody could work out as a 9, though.
Isn't that the same argument people always say about Jackson? He's not a striker.
No, I think he is a striker.
He's not a striker. He's not clinical.
Yeah, he is a striker. He's not clinical.
I don't think he's a striker.
He's not clinical.
And it's not the same way because yeah, the issues with João Pedro not being a striker are completely different.
Without Palmer being functional as a 10 in this team to get like a better, more consistent way of chance creation, because our wide players just aren't going to do it. I think whoever you put up there as the 9 is going to be relatively starved for service. I think that's an issue too.
I agree, but I think it's easier for someone like a Delap or an Omega or even a Jackson to hold the ball up and be effective against 1 or 2 centre backs. Like the way we're using João Pedro a lot of the time at the moment, and like some of that comes down to Sanchez being a moron as well, is like It's the same way we used Nkunku under Poch when he was a striker. Like, we just hoof balls to him. We're just hoofing balls to him and asking him to win headers against 2 centre backs. And it's like, I don't mind you doing that as a strategy in terms of if the striker's there. Like, if the lap's there, I don't mind that, because the lap we saw in the Club World Cup, he can win those headers. He can can hold his own. What you need then is your secondary players around him, which we don't have anyone, because also you are playing Enzo as a 10, who not winning second balls. But also, it's like João Pedro isn't winning that. Like, how many times today did you see João Pedro lose a header to Van Dijk because it's Van Dijk or Konate?
Yeah, it's Van Dijk, yeah.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, if we were using him as a facilitator in terms of kind of how we used Jackson last season, of like just kind of pass and move, little quick movements, like we've seen him do that and it looks good, but we're not. We're just hoofing balls to him at times and asking him to just win headers, and that's what's not working. And that's where you need a Jackson or an Omega as the other option, or you need to change how you're playing with that striker.
No, I get what you're saying. I think the easiest thing, like, it's funny because Scott, you're making the point about ESTEVAO needing to start. I think Maresca's realizing that's like what he's going to be backed up into. If we're continually not going to get much off that left side, you're going to have to put Neto on that left side. He's going to have to be more direct, and he's going to have to serve balls into the box. And you're just going to have to exist with ESTEVAO on that right side and hope that Palmer can come back to fitness and be your 10.
Speaking of ESTEVAO, actually,
the ESTEVAO thing is, like, just before we get into these stats, the ESTEVAO thing is because we talk about facilitators. Outside of João Pedro and with Palmer being out, this kid is the next best facilitator we have in a team in terms of bringing everyone else into the game.
Yep.
Like, you see him, he's on the pitch. So even if he's going to make mistakes, it's kind of the same thing I have with Josh at the back. Like, he makes a couple of mistakes, that's cool, but he also brings so much else to the table. And at that age, I don't mind him making those mistakes to still learn. And the upsides are just massive in comparison to who he's playing with. Like, I'd rather see him make those mistakes.
We're getting a high level. We're not getting a high level by benching him and putting somebody else in that position.
Yeah,
exactly. That's why
I'd rather him make those. I'd rather him
might
make
as well
those
exist through mistakes.
I don't know if you've heard me say this before, Scott, but I've been telling Marshall that the last few weeks. Listen, I'd just much rather some of these younger guys get minutes, gain experience,
100%.
right? Than have a Tosin, have a Chalaba, maybe play in those positions, bro, right now, because what I'm getting from them is not great. It's not great.
It's mistakes and not development either. So if I'm going to get mistakes, let me get some development too.
Yeah, I get that, but like I responded to you with like I also understand why Maresca doesn't start the young players, because there are moments when these young players do lose the ball, do make mistakes, and it does cost Maresca the game. And you argued, well, I'm okay with that, but it's like, no, I'm not in a position right now where I'm risking losing games for the sake of just developing players.
But you don't have a choice.
Has to be balanced.
Right now, you don't have a choice.
Yeah, number one, you don't have a choice. Also, there are instances where, like, I agree with you, Marshall, but we're making those. It's not our senior players, quote unquote,
are making those mistakes.
Are making the mistakes as well. Like Achimpong made 3 mistakes in the game, or 2 mistakes in the game against Brighton. Some of that's his fault. Some of that isn't his fault because of just the game state. When you come in, you're against a pressing team, 10 man down in the 65th minute, whatever it was, like that, and you took every outlet off. So, like, of course, he's going to make passing mistakes, and passing is not his like best moment, or whatever. But like, even today, Achimpong makes a couple mistakes in terms of the passing thing, but he also is able to make those driving runs. Chalaba can't do that, at least not effectively. Like, Fofana can, but like, I can't tell if he's going to stay fit. Tosin can't do that. I don't know if Hato can do that. I haven't seen him enough. Badiashile can't do that.
Like, you might as well deal with the growing pains, because if you plant your flag next to these senior players that will let you down, you'll have nobody to blame but yourself if it costs you your job in this scenario. He buys himself more patience and more goodwill by showing faith in the younger guys. There's no reason for them not to be playing. There's just not.
I agree. And also, as well, Marshall, part of it, and like, I don't like that this is part of it, but it has to be part of it. With the way our model is run, right? In a couple years' time, is Tosin going to be here?
Probably not.
Cool, then I don't give a shit if he plays now, because in a couple years' time, he's not here. And so I need these guys who are going to be here in a couple years' time to play, because we're going down this super youth model, right? That's what we're going down. And I'm not saying you have to do this in every position, but like, same with Chalobah. Chalobah in a couple of years probably ain't going to be here. Actually, he might be here because he seems to always be here, but he might not be here. So like, Josh is going to be here in as long as you play him. Josh is going to be here in 2 years' time. The only reason he won't is because he's got fed up that you're not playing him and he's asked for a transfer.
Yeah.
That's the only reason he won't be here in 2 years' time. Because he's talented enough to play. Like, you see that from today. I know we've diverted from ESTEVAO, but it's ESTEVAO as well. These guys are good enough to play now and contribute. If they make a mistake along the way, that's cool. If ESTEVAO plays consistently, he probably gets to a point where he's better than Neto and more consistent than Neto. So if then Neto's on the bench, there's a chance he gets sold. Which in a couple of years he might get sold anyway because he's 27, and so like they might sell him. Quenda coming in, depending on how Gittins and Garnacho do, and obviously they're both on 7-year deals. It's like you're kind of like I said, I don't do this every position. So like for example, Josh should play next to Tosin. Chalobah don't have to play because he's probably not going to be here in 2 years. Same with Fafana. Like, or you put Badiashile next to, like it worked today if he's fit. Badiashile next to a Josh, because again, Tosin's not going to be here in 2 years. Because when we are at a point where we need to challenge for a title eventually, I want Josh starting because I trust him to. If you give him the right development, I trust him more. Same with ESTEVAO to actually contribute to us winning a league title than some of the other dudes.
I don't know if I want these guys starting when it's time to challenge. But I know I don't want these current crop of senior guys in those positions playing. So let me take the risk with the development and I can deal with it instead of watching Neto right wing, Garnacho left wing every week. Because I know over the course of a season, I'm maybe getting 7 goals out of that. And that's just not going to be enough to do anything serious.
By the way, almost 100 of you guys watching, but we're not even at 50 likes, which is counterintuitive to how Chelsea played today. So come on, chat, let's get those likes up, please. Smash up the likes. If you're enjoying the stream, if you're enjoying the content, be sure to also subscribe to the channel. It helps out tremendously. Let's read about ESTEVAO. This kid's a wonder kid, and I think, did he score before for Chelsea this season?
No,
this is really his first goal.
That's his first goal for Chelsea. He scored against Chelsea in the game we were at.
Yeah,
he had an assist at West Ham.
Brilliant goal.
Yeah,
oh, there was an assist against West Ham. It wasn't a goal. I thought he scored against West Ham for whatever reason.
Marshall, you're confusing the AC Milan friendly. He scored in that one.
Maybe. But his first goal. Squawka said here, at age 18 years old, 163 days, ESTEVAO is the youngest Brazilian to score the winning goal in a Premier League game, and he did it in stoppage time against the champions. Also, ESTEVAO's game by the numbers: 4 take-ons attempted, 3 times possessions won, 3 times touches in the opponent's box, 3 crosses, 2 chances created, 2 shots, 2 shots on target, 1 tackle, 1 goal. Bro, when this guy came on, the amount of like charges and the amount of attack he was doing was just brilliant. He was giving Liverpool a headache. And something to worry about. When I was just so happy for him to get his goal. Go ahead, Scott.
Marshall, I just want to go back to something, and I just want to point something out. And this is why what I said earlier about the Garnacho thing. I don't want to like dwell on that too much. ESTEVAO in 20 minutes? Something like that? Attempted the same amount of take-ons as Garnacho did in 70.
I see what you're saying.
So like, this is what I'm saying. It's like, it's make-a-wish shit. It's the same stuff we were doing for Callum and whatnot. Like this is stuff I'm impressed by in terms of in 20 minutes, whatever it was. ESTEVAO did this. That's what I want to see. That's the kind of shit I want to see from our wingers. I'm not hyping up mid, like just kind of.
I understand.
Not getting at players and stuff like that. This is the type of stuff I want to see. Because look where it came from. Like I said, he's the best outside of Palmer and João Pedro. He's the next best facilitator in our whole team. In that way, at least in that attacking line.
You saw it. You saw it on the opening day against Palace.
Yep, he's the only one that can both create, score, like attract players to them in the same way that Palmer does and João Pedro and whatnot. Yeah, like this is the type of stuff I want to see from my wingers.
Yeah, it's nice to see somebody not afraid to go at players, because we only have one of those in those wide positions, and he's a teenager. So I don't know. You can leave safe wing play at the door, man. I don't need that on both wings. I can handle one of them. But both of them, like we were seeing today, nah, I'm good.
But
That's
Pete,
like,
do you think that's the manager drilling that into the wingers, or is
Nope.
it our wingers?
Nope. I think it's a reflection of the confidence of the player, because if that was a tactical instruction and ESTEVAO just was on the pitch nuking the tactics and dribbling at everybody he could find,
18 years old as
he
well.
would not touch the pitch. Nope.
Yeah, at
I
18
think
years old, yeah.
that's a confidence thing. The moment he got on the pitch against Palace, he nutmegged somebody. I think it was Tyreek Mitchell.
He did that more recently as well, like
He did that against
Benfica when he megged someone. He took on another 2 players. I know he lost a ball.
I don't think it's
It wasn't Benfica. It was.
I think he megged Robertson today. To be honest,
Did he meg?
He did. Oh, it was against Brighton, I think.
I was going to say Brighton.
He tried to do Robertson.
Yeah, he did meg someone.
It was Kadioglu. It was Kadioglu against Brighton. He megged it.
Yeah.
And then the only thing that was wrong was he messed the. I think he messed the final pass or start. But yeah, he megged him, drove up the pitch from the halfway line against Brighton. And that's just what he does.
But yeah, that's not an instructional thing. You don't tell players dribble at players or don't dribble at players. You always would prefer your wide players to dribble at players and make things happen. No coach says, no, don't do that. That's a confidence thing 9 times out of 10. The real problem is we just don't really have guys that can do that.
Yeah, it's either a confidence or a technical thing. Like you see it with Gittins, that's a confidence thing because you see he can, he has the feet to dribble, but he just it is a confidence thing. Like you saw against Benfica, he's just messing he's going for a step over and kicking it back. That's a confidence thing. With Garnacho, it's a technical thing. He does one step over. All he can do is one step, and that's it. That he doesn't have the feet to be able to dribble like a Gittins or a Garnacho, not Garnacho, sorry, ESTEVAO. He can run. He's a kick and run player, which cool. Those can be effective. He doesn't have the feet.
If we had a Palmer in that central area where we could play those balls in behind defense and find those spaces, our Garnacho in your team is way more useful because you can use the attribute he's best at. But if you're going to shift him the ball and tell him to run it, guys, and hope for service on the end of that, we're just not going to get much. That's just the reality of the situation. It sucks. Costs a lot of money to not actually be able to do a whole lot. But, yeah, it's where we're at. I understand why the coach doesn't really want to play either of these guys. Fortunately for us, his only solution to benching them both is to playing the teenage.
Good.
Mm-hmm.
You can't bench all 3.
What were our thoughts on the on Gittins, the other one that came on the same time he came on as well?
That's the best he's looked for us.
Yeah.
The bars in hell.
Yeah, exactly.
It's not a high bar, but that's the best he's looked for us. Yeah. I can forgive the bad touch on the counter because I think that was literally his first touch. Stuff like that happens. Maybe it might not be. I don't know, but I can forgive that. That happens. That can happen. It looks hilarious because it's just him through on goal and then bad touch, so no more. But what I do like is his next few touches were crisp. He got a shot off and wasn't immediately looking to just recycle possession.
Yep.
So no, I can work with that. That's not a completely hopeless player.
Well, that's what I was arguing.
But he does look like he needs confidence for sure, man.
Oh, 100%. 100%. I think today's performance hopefully gives him a little confidence. I think, has he even had a shot for Chelsea yet? Was that his first shot?
Yes. I think that was his first one.
Are you sure? Because I thought Crystal Palace had a shot where we linked up with him.
He had something against Lincoln. That might be his first shot on target.
But that was his first deadly shot. That one, that could have went in maybe. That was a good shot, but the others, there was half shots or, yeah.
Yeah, I need to see this kid get a goal.
I would settle for anything, to be honest.
Anything.
So we need Gusto to get a goal too, man. Gusto's trying.
No, Gusto keeps trying that outside of the box on the right hand side shot.
We actually need that.
He hasn't scored since he joined Chelsea, man.
He still doesn't have
He might become an unreal beast when he scores or something. That might just hit him.
I don't think he scored a goal as a pro.
That's what I was about to check.
Really?
Really?
Yeah, I
Oh
don't
my
think that's
God.
just the Chelsea.
Why the hell
thing.
was we having discussions? He could have been better than Reece James.
Yeah, he's never scored a goal in men's football.
What the fuck?
Yeah, yeah. I
I
was
thought
gonna
he
say,
was
I don't
only.
think
at least
Well, hang on. Based on what Wikipedia
Yeah.
tells me, his only goal was for the Lyon second team.
That don't count.
That's
It's not right.
wild.
I was gonna say I don't think he's ever scored. But like
Yeah, but-
watch him play, and that makes sense.
I mean,
Yeah. Marshall. He scored 2 goals in his entire career. One was for the under-19s Lyon team, and the other one was for the Lyon second team.
Jesus.
Yeah,
That's
that
crazy.
doesn't shock me. Watch how he
And that's
is in
by
the
the way,
box.
that's in 174
Not
games.
surprising.
One day he'll get his goal, man.
No, he
We'll get
won't,
there.
bro.
I don't know now.
Imagine
actually.
he goes his whole career without a goal.
He
Oh
probably
my
will.
God.
Mikel nearly
There's
did.
no way.
And Mikel was a 10. They got moved to DM.
Yeah, but even
Oh
like
my God. Pacifist career run. Oh man. I mean, yeah, we'll see what happens with this guy if he gets this goal. I guess one other player I got to talk about today is Cucurella. Obviously,
Oh, fantastic.
great performance. Completely kept Mo Salah just quiet all game. Not that. Okay,
mean-
let me not be insulting of Salah, but let's be honest, guys. Salah
No,
has
he was
not had a
quiet. No,
good
he sucked.
season.
He was quiet the entire game. The only thing he
Yeah.
did the whole game was that outside the foot cross that Isaac probably should do better with.
Oh,
That's
the
the only thing
Trivela
he did
one.
I
Yeah.
mean,
the entire game. The only other chance
he
he
stopped
actually
that
gets.
when they crossed it across the goal when they who was it like who crossed it to Salah Navy
No
across
idea.
the goal. I forgot who did it, but like it was very easy. He shouldn't have done that because like Cucurella's done that probably a lot of times in his career fair, but I forgot who crossed the ball anyway. That's another thing.
The only other thing I can remember him doing was that chance he gets where he's against Badiashile or Badiashile gets injured, where Cucurella was nowhere to be seen because he was on a counter attack where he'd been up the pitch attacking.
Mhm.
That's the only chance he get, and it was Cucurella wasn't involved. Like, I'm so looking forward to that Barcelona game because I need to see what he does against Yamal.
Ooh,
Because
yes.
I'm gonna be honest, if
He
he
trains with
handles
him.
Yamal, best left back, like
in the world.
it's still him or Mendes. I still think he's
Yeah.
the best left back in the world, but it's him or Mendes. Mendes like dominating Yamal. I need to see Cucurella do the same, and if he does, it's cool. He's the best left back in the world. I don't care.
Hopefully, like Chelsea's on it because like that game, I don't know if you watched the Barcelona and PSG. I couldn't believe how bad Barcelona looked because like they was playing against a weakened PSG side, like no Dembele's, Doués or Kvaratskhelia or anything like that, and yeah, like Barcelona struggled. So hopefully, Cucurella does well against Yamal because I don't think Yamal did a whole lot against PSG. Actually, he
I
did
don't
play that
even,
one.
dude. Nobody
Yeah.
knows. Nobody knows where Yamal is with this weird like pubic area injury.
Oh my God.
Like jokes aside, like I don't know. Like I don't even know if he's gonna be out there in December when we play them.
That's
Like, he
the
might
question,
not.
yeah.
They will the way Barca have been trying to manage him, whatever it is that's going on with him. They're like making sure he's ready for big games. So
Sure.
so long as he's like whatever, they'll make sure he's ready to play against them.
I don't know. I just think the general vagueness of that injury sounds strange to me.
No, yeah, and
Yeah,
and
but
him,
that,
of all
because
people
he'll
too.
get no, but like he'll like the he played midweek, didn't he?
Yamal, I think he's
He
on.
played against PSG.
He did, and then they announced that he's going to be out for like 2 to 3
Yeah,
weeks,
that's what I
which
saw.
is conveniently
Yeah.
just the international break.
Yeah, exactly. So he'll be back.
Yeah,
He'll be back to play against.
I hope we're not A game because then, yeah, I think
Is that our
definitely
next
be good
Champions League game?
Is
Mm,
it
No,
really?
no,
I don't
Ajax
think
was
so.
Atalanta.
no,
Ajax.
Ajax,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Ajax at
Ajax,
home,
yeah.
and then Karabag away.
Oh, okay, so we
And
got
then we're at
we got
home to Barca, and then we are away to
Atalanta.
Atalanta, I think.
That's good. So we have enough.
Yeah.
So 2 games then, get 2 wins, and like start picking up points.
It's 2 games and then another international break, right? The November one.
Yeah,
And that's
so
when
you
go
come
into a long
back.
stretch.
We have 7 games, and we come back from the break. We have Forest away, Ajax at home, Sunderland at home, Wolves away in the cup, Tottenham away in the league, Karabag away in the Champions League, and then Wolves at home away, and then we go for another break in November because there's going to be World Cup qualifier playoffs and stuff in November.
It's gonna be a crazy. After November is gonna be insane.
Wait, who's gonna be his name?
No, I'm just saying after November it's gonna be insane because the schedule is just gonna ramp up as it usually does.
Yeah, the November break is the last break until March.
Yeah.
I'm a little bit worried about that because like the injuries we've had, like every centre back right now is out for Chelsea, right?
Well, to be fair, like what Scott I think was about to say, when we come back from international break, Tosin comes back, Fofana comes back, and Chalobah
a lot of people
comes
do
back.
come back.
Whoa! We don't know that Tosin will definitely be back.
No.
Oh, okay. I mean, Maresca did say you expect him out until international.
I mean, we should try to use Hato more at centre back too, because like we can't.
He was good.
He has a calf issue.
He was good today, by the way, Scott. Yeah, I agree. Like
he has a calf issue. Like that might take longer, maybe, but Fofana had that mandated concussion break.
Yeah.
Chalobah's no longer suspended.
Mm-hmm.
He said both of them are fine today. They just need rest. Okay. So are we missing anybody? I don't think so.
No, not
There's
said.
nothing wrong with Hato. Yeah, no. So we're maybe missing Tosin, but if everybody's available, I don't know if Tosin is starting when we come back from break. Either way, we're gonna have more options.
I think Tosin does start when he comes back from if he's fit, he does start. I think the partnership.
So against Nottingham Forest.
I think the partnership is him and Fofana whenever
when we come back.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Bearing in mind, actually asking you
so
guys,
there's a question for you, Scott, because I'd love to know what you think about this. Bearing in mind what we looked like in possession today with the left footer at left center back, whether it was Badiashile or Hato, do you think he insists on Tosin in that spot?
Yeah, I think the manager does, because I think he's the next guy trusted in that position after Colwell.
Really?
Yes.
I think that was Benoit a lot.
I don't. Like, if you look at last season, when Colwell came out for whatever reason, it was always Tosin that came in.
You're right. To be fair,
that's a good point.
We were inverting more last season, right? Because he wants Tosin in that middle center back role, where we kind of didn't have that today, right?
No, we didn't.
No.
Yeah, so like I guess it depends on how he wants to build up, whether it's a 2-3 or a 3-2 kind. I guess that's the real question we should be asking, and we'll kind of know based on what the selection is.
If we're playing Forest, and they've got Chris Wood, so I'm going to assume, for Chris Wood in mind, he's going to want to play either Tosin or Badiashile, just because of the height advantage.
That makes sense. Is Chris Wood still the starting striker with Ange there?
Yes, but he hasn't been good.
Yeah, but I don't know how long that lasts, I'll be honest.
But yeah, I mean, I could see that. I don't know. It would be interesting. I would prefer, like, if I had it my way, I would play with conventional fullbacks for a bit and just play a left footer in that position.
The issue,
but, I mean, if the manager opts to not do that, then fair enough, whatever.
I think the unfortunate issue we have, and this comes with the moronic sporting directors, is the only two guys we have who. No, I have to, because they're idiots.
I get it.
The only two players we have that can play that position are Badiashile, who is injury prone.
Yes.
Like, he's lucky it was precautionary today, because I'm gonna be honest, if he had got injured, that was it for me. That was like I don't care how well he played. It was
Fofana's on that same exact. By the way, that
100%. Like, they're both are, and the part of the reason is not just because of the constant injuries. It's the fact of, like, I don't know what type of player I'm getting when I come back. Like, as it happens, Badiashile has been good the game since he's come back, but we can't always guarantee that. But yeah, like, he's lucky today. And then the other option is Hato, who I'm not. The only player I'm starting Hato with is Tosin.
Mm-hmm.
Because again, I want the. If you're going to play someone young, I want someone who's experienced next to him. Like, I don't want him to start with Fofana. I don't want him to start with Josh. I don't want him to start with Chalobah. Tosin's the only person I trust to start with Hato. Which you can make that work, that's cool. I think then you're playing your backup left back at centre back because you have no one else to play there.
Yep.
Also, I think what Maresca needs to do, like, and to be fair, it hasn't helped because of the injuries, but the chopping and changing of our centre backs is
100% agree.
not a smart thing to do. You just need
Right.
to.
So Poch did.
And again, it's
Look
difficult.
what happens.
It's difficult because of the injuries. It's also a Lampard thing. Lampard did this when he was.
We had a
KK
pairing though.
partnership. Did he?
We did,
Yeah, we had Tosin and Chalobah.
and it stunk.
Wait, you're talking. Oh wait, who you talk? Oh, you're talking about with Maresca.
Yeah, I'm talking about with this season right now. We had a pairing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we had a pairing, and it stank.
But but my point is, like, he does need to just stick with the pairing and just let them.
Oh, for
play.
sure.
And it's difficult because the center
Makes
backs are
sense, yeah.
so he can't really do that.
Yeah, no, I get what you're saying.
I know Fofana's fit now, but like again, we don't trust how long he'll stay for.
Yeah.
And Tosin's just not in good form. But whatever partnership he wants to choose, he just needs to stick with it and let them play. Let them play games.
I'll be honest, this might sound a little Rafa Benitez, but I would have one pairing for league football and I would have one pairing for the Cups.
Oh, thank you. I was thinking the same thing, actually.
I would, because when we were playing these guys every 3 or 4 days, their bodies break down after like 6 or 7 weeks.
Yeah.
So,
I agree.
So you're switching them every game, basically.
like in the team sheet, yes, but they're playing with a constant partner.
Yeah. It's a constant choose.
I would do something like that. Like, to me, you could sell me on like Tosin and Josh in the cup games if you had like Badiashile and Fofana or something like that. To me, like, I would be okay with that, especially considering in these cup games we have after the break, we're playing Ajax at home, who aren't incredible. We're playing Wolves, and who are bottom of the league, and we're playing Carabao.
When you say cup games, you're including the Champions League.
Easily Champions League, yeah.
Yes.
You want to play Josh in the Champions League? Fair.
I would argue Hato Tosin, but
okay, sure. Like,
I'm not against
whatever you want the pairings to be, like, to me, they don't really matter. I just don't think it's smart to overload our center backs with football because either they get injured or performances really suffer. Like, the moment Chalobah had to play every 4 days for a month, his form went like this, right? Whereas at the beginning of the season, where we had Palace, where he didn't play great as left center back, fair enough, but then we played West Ham and we played Fulham, and he had a week in between, his form was fine. The moment the matches stacked up, his form dipped. The moment the matches really piled up, everybody got hurt. Like, I just think it's a problem. You have to find a way to manage the minutes. And I get it's crazy to have like 2 different pairings. I get that sounds crazy, but these guys have not shown the ability to just perform consistently for every 4 days and stay available for any length of time.
Yeah, I agree. And I think I agree with you, and I think you see with Arsenal, it's like you either need to do that or your depth needs to be so good and so on point that they can step in, and it can, like, you see Arsenal at the moment, they're starting Mosquera with Gabriel and it works because they're both good. They're both at a level where you can do that because you've got one guy in there who stays in there and plays to a level, but he plays to a level, and then anyone else can step in there. But they can do that with both centre backs because Saliba's at that level as well. We don't have any centre back. We don't have number one. We don't have a single centre back on that level to even do that with to begin with.
We had that under Tuchel the full season when Chalobah would step in to play center back, or Christensen would step in, because the other guys like Rudiger was at such a high level at left center back. You just had to fill in the other two. The middle was either Christensen or Thiago Silva, so you weren't really concerned. The right-sided center back was Azpilicueta or it was Chalobah. So you can fill in one of the positions, but you need the other positions to be really high performance-wise and very consistent. You need one of those 2 positions to be a cornerstone in your team. Right now, we're searching desperately for a cornerstone. So to me, it's you guys work together. We'll see what works best for us.
You're
Or
right.
the other thing you need as well.
We need A-tier centre back, which we've not had since Silva. And actually, something I wanted us to do back when we even had Lampard before Silva, we needed to build a partnership between two centre backs. We've needed that for 5 years now, and we've not done that. We, as great as Silva was for us, the guy was 40 years old, and we were relying on this guy.
Yeah, he was playing too much football.
But then, do you know what the issue was? Part of the issue was as well is we did sign guys to play alongside Silva to develop that, but they even just got injured. Actually, mostly it was injuries. Like we had players, like especially in the Poch, like it wasn't we were shit defensively, but you had guys. Actually, no, it's more in the Potter. Actually, you had guys that like Badia Shield, for example. That could have been a partnership that you built on. You just signed an injury-prone centre back with hamstring issues who got injured because his hamstring went.
Yeah.
So
to be fair, but even before that, it was supposed to be like, well, how they ended up turning out with Tuchel. We should have it should have been Christensen and Rudiger. But we didn't
100%. But then they fucked that. But then the other one it could have been and should have been was Colwill, and our manager spent half a season playing him at left back and killed his confidence.
Yep.
And he was shit for the whole season. So that's what it should have been. Yeah, wasted a season, and he had to build up. And even the not first half, I'd say the first quarter of the season under Maresca, he was good. That second quarter, he was shit because again, he'd had a year of no development. So he should have gone into that Maresca season being the guy who could take this, doing what he did second half of the season, and would have done this season if he hadn't been injured. But Poch was a terrorist.
To be fair to Maresca, when Colwell and Fofana were fit, the first half of the season until December, that was our pairing, and nobody was that upset about it. Granted, Fofana's body couldn't even hold up playing once a week because this man was not even touching these Conference League pitches, right? But it's hard. And Colwell's got the ACL, so he would have been our cornerstone center back kind of piece for sure. But now he's not there, so we have to find solutions.
But that's the thing.
And you know what one of the solutions could have been? And I just want to take another shot at these notes, and I spoke about Arsenal. One of the solutions, and you talk about left-footed centre-backs, could have been a guy who is not even getting on Arsenal's fucking bench right now at some points, and is left-footed, and you could have signed on loan.
Yep.
Who? Wouldn't have cost you a dime. Wouldn't have cost you a penny in terms of an actual transfer fee. And you said no.
Someone who can play left centre back, left back, and play in the left of a three. He's experienced. He's a leader.
Yep.
But yeah, man, it's tough to exist as a coach when you don't have a defined center back pairing you can throw out there every 4 days.
But you know what it is too, like, and this is where I'm gonna take a chance to take jabs at the ownership, right? I think one person that always gets included into the plans but never is there because he's not reliable, fit, it's Fofana. Season in, season out, whenever Fofana is fit, he's always one of those center backs that the manager chooses. Under Potter, he played. Under Poch, he played in the preseason. Well, actually, I think he was part of the plans, and then he got hurt. And under Maresca, he starts. This season, when he's fit, he starts. Like, I don't think it's far-fetched to say this. I think when we obtained him from Leicester, I think the trajectory from Fofana by many analysts as well as fans, people were thinking this kid was going to be a world-class center back. Obviously, injuries hugely set back that trajectory. But if things have gone well according to plan, obviously they don't, he could have been that constant, center back pairing with whoever. Because you guys brought it up earlier, right? I also think Liverpool's in that same pool, right? Where like they have a Van Dijk. You could put Van Dijk with Konate, you could put Van Dijk with Gomez, you could put Van Dijk with whoever. But as long as you have that one pillar, you're fine. And I think season in, season out, these directors keep saying, well, Fofana could be that pillar, but he keeps getting hurt. And you never replaced it.
I don't think that's necessary. Like, I do think Fofana being injured is a massive issue. I think that the bigger issue is like the over-reliance on him because the backup options behind him aren't at the level where they need to be in terms of like we don't necessarily need to miss Fofana. Like, and I like the guys we have behind him in terms of like, I do like Chalobah to a degree. There's obviously a ceiling on what he can be as a centre back, but I do think he's a good centre back in this league. I think Josh is a good centre back, but he's young and he isn't trusted by the manager. Tosin, I don't think plays the same role or plays the centre back like position in the same way. So it's like we end up having to have these conversations about Fofana because it's like Chalobah will come into the team and it's like I said, he can perform to a level, but it's especially in this system, it's not like we've seen this season. It's not to the level that's going to help us progress. Like it's not. He's fine for a team that wants to get top 4. He is a passable, good centre back for a team that wants to get top 4. We've seen that. That's about it.
And you know,
that's
Scott,
about it.
Why I disagree with you and say he's not fine, because right now when we have issues at centre back and we're losing these games, he's the leader in our team that should be stepping up. He's our most.
But he's not a leader though. Like,
but he spoke out.
He's coming out and saying it.
Was it Benfica, or maybe it was the United game? He came out and said that we're not kids anymore. This guy's 25. Like, he shouldn't. Like, what the hell does that mean? This guy should be the one.
Just not a leader though.
He should be, but he should be at least stepping up and showing something. No, do you not think? This guy who is
I just don't think he's capable of it, Prime.
I don't necessarily think so because some guys aren't a leader.
No, okay, fine. Forget the leadership thing. But this guy is supposed to be a good squad player. Well, we need that squad player to actually play, and he hasn't been. He hasn't looked good. So what is he?
No, I agree.
He said 4 seasons at Chelsea and just hasn't nailed down his spot. That should tell you enough.
Yeah,
I like Chalobah, but like he's had more time than any of these guys to nail down a position at this club, and he just hasn't done it. So for me, expecting him to do it now doesn't really make sense. If you want to have him as your 4th choice center back in your squad, that's fine. But what we need to have is that person who plays right center back needs to be a category A level center back who can be durable and isn't injury prone. Fofana's not that, because when you have to rely on Chalobah in a back 4 for a long period of time, it just doesn't work out, right? Like, it would be not a big deal if Fofana wasn't injury prone or if Colwell was there. I truly don't think it would be a problem. But the way we have it now, it's a huge problem.
Fofana and Chalobah playing together, I think that would also be a problem. Because we would
no, but I'm not saying play them together. I'm saying one plays or the other plays. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
them together would be a nightmare.
Okay.
But I'm saying if you have Chalobah in your squad as your backup right-sided center back, your starting right-sided center back needs to be elite. It needs to be somebody like a Saliba.
Okay, yeah, but even if you want to say backup, right? Say we had Saliba instead of Fofana. Who would you rather be a backup? Chalobah or Achimpong?
Probably Achimpong. Right?
In our situation, if I had to choose one of those, I would choose Josh for sure.
So, how good can Chalobah really be? Because I said this after we played Palace. Achimpong right now is better than Chalobah. Achimpong's like 18.
I don't really disagree. I hear what you're saying. Like, the emergence of Achimpong as a talent has really sealed Chalobah's like spot or usefulness in the team for me. No, for sure, I get it. Like, at that point, why have him when you can have the talent and that guy can maybe develop? I get what you're saying.
Mm-hmm. Ahmed, you got any 2 cents you want to add to that? I don't even know. Is Ahmed frozen?
Why is somebody in the chat calling for Disassi, man?
I don't know, man. Like,
am I not allowed to listen? Am I not allowed to listen, Marshall?
No, you just had your mouth open. I was like, what's going on?
Just before Ahmed goes, this is where I get annoyed with the Chelsea fans in terms of like, I get some people hate Cobham and hate Chalobah for some unknown reason. Like, I don't actually know what the reason is. Like, I know some people think he's a shit defender, but I actually don't get that hate around him that people seem to have for him.
You want my reason?
So before you go,
In a
Prime, I'm
second.
gonna make a point.
In a second, my thing is, if you're saying things like you'd rather play Disassi over Caliber, like you're just being an idiot. Like you're just saying shit. Like you're just saying stupid shit. Like if you're saying you'd rather play Disassi,
Scott, I think people are oversimplifying it because they're looking at how Chalaba has lost aerial battles this season and thinking Disassi could.
You're giving those people too much credit.
Yeah, but I've seen
maybe.
that.
Yeah.
Martin,
and I get it, by the way. Disassi probably wins those, but he makes errors in other positions.
I agree with you. Caliber has lost aerial battles this season. I've seen Disassi lose battles with his own feet.
I know. I don't think it's that. It's that people are just trying. They're just showing how like they're exaggerating, which I don't necessarily think it's an exaggeration, to prove the point of how bad Chalaba is. Like,
I remember.
Hold on. Chalaba is actually awful. And Scott, do you want me to give you reasons as to like why
I was
like Chalaba?
I was literally
Scott said
I was
something
meant to talk. I was literally meant to talk right after Scott. Literally, because I was literally going to talk.
Yeah, but Scott said something and I said
Alarm's turn, man.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna answer. There's no chill out. You interrupted me last time, and I let you speak when you shouldn't have.
Yeah, but this one I was literally meant to be talking straight afterwards.
It's cool. It's cool. Give me a second. It's cool. Scott, do you want me to answer your question as to why
Sure. You two like work out who's going. I don't care, man. Like you two go.
Let's go, Prime.
Go ahead, Ahmed. Go ahead, Ahmed.
Ahmed, don't have it. Ahmed, don't have it.
No, it's really weird because like he knows he heard that I'm next to speak, and he's just
but when I speak,
Ahmed, don't have it.
When I speak, you interrupt me.
I'm not that's either, but it's just like
you interrupt me all the time when I speak with the wait 1 second. You do that all the time.
I always
Say
make
that
one.
you won that debate.
You make your point, but then you make your point.
I said
then you try to go more.
You don't let me say my speech. You just
Ahmed, don't have it.
It's not even don't have it or not. It just becomes a bit weird.
The Prime press is real, man.
I didn't understand. That's all.
What are you going to say, Ahmed?
Okay. No, I was just going to say that I think, quite simply, listen, I think Disassi, as I said many times before, Disassi is just a box defender. He doesn't suit the way we play. If you're gonna be in a top team, right? Maybe maybe in the olden days, maybe you could say when you need to pass out the back, right? He could be a bit more effective, right? In terms of like the history of football, but realistically, he's not got the skills to pay the bills. It's quite simple. Disassi, again, I said this before, he actually would suit us Sunderland. He would suit like some of these lower league teams in the terms that they defend their box pretty much. As long as you've been as long as you've in that range, he's fine, right? Chalaba, listen, you guys know, listen, there's guys from comment I like, there's guys from I don't like. That's natural, right? But I think the problem with Chalaba is that I think much like with Badi Shield, because I'm gonna still add credit to this context, he had a great season next to probably what was one of our most consistent centre backs, right? In terms of both Thiago Silva. The difference with Chalaba has been obviously that, listen, we know that, when he's against guys that can sometimes be a bit fast or guys that, are a bit more aerial dominant compared to him, he does fail on those aspects. The thing about Chalaba will probably be a solid centre back if he has a top centre back next to him. In this current situation, we do not have a top centre back next to him right now. And that's me. Like, he would probably give you a good 6 out of 10 in general. And we saw that towards the end of last season, by the way. Towards the end of last season, Cole was a bit more of the assertive centre back compared to him, right? And because Cole was a bit more assertive, right, that kind of allowed him to, kind of balance out. Even though, yes, he still made mistakes. I'm not going to deny that. But he was still like somewhat stabilized. And you don't have that many times, right? It's the same. Tosin is almost, I'm going to say, the opposite of the situation, right? Tosin is like, he's great at telling people what to do and where to go, yeah? But his problem is that he's got a physical issue in terms of he's not agile enough in terms of some of the situations our centre backs are in, right? And then there's also times where he himself, he just logs off, bro, with all due respect. Right? The times where he will log off, right? And again, that's because, thank you, Marshall. And that's pretty much it. Like, and that's the problem we have. That's why I've always said, listen, I'm praying Badi Shield can get to some level of form of even his old Monaco days, because at least that gives you some level of solidity next to Anna Chempong. At the very least, if you're going to be starting a Chempong, because again, as I said before, at least I can accept Chempong's mistakes, because the hope is that, what is it that they say in crypto? You're going to the moon. The end goal is hopefully you're going to the moon, right? that's what the crypto is taking you. So hopefully that's what Champa is going to be taking us. That's pretty much like what I would say to you in my personal opinion.
Yeah, I mean, I hope that's the case because
He's still
we
ass,
need we need Oh, go ahead, Prime. I didn't realize you hadn't spoken. I came back and you were speaking.
No, it was Ahmed, a great soliloquy from Ahmed, but to sum it up, Chalobah's still ass, bro. Like this whole.
I agree. I'm not saying that it's not us.
Because he's Cobham, we have to give this thing up. Well, if he plays an 8-tier centre back, he'll look like a 6 or 7 out of 10. Yeah, sure, but okay, no.
This is a stupid comment, by the way, because if we bought Houston, he's playing the same role in the team that Colwell and what's his place play? Colwell and
We'd be slating him
play.
too because he's not been looking great.
Oh
He
yeah,
would
like
take
I don't know.
everything right into Chelsea.
Houston, hey,
Are we talking Mino Dutch at center back?
Hey,
Don't get me started.
Hey, some of us told you, man, about
blue eyes Spaniard. All right, buddy.
Some of us told you that judging a guy off of half a season playing centre back at Bournemouth wasn't a good idea, but you didn't want to listen, and he's now not performing at Real Madrid. It's cool.
He didn't play half a season at centre back.
Yeah, he did. He played half a season at centre back.
He played half the season.
Sorry, it took him. I tell you, it was 2/3. It took him 2/3 of the season to start in that team.
Well, he started in December.
Yeah.
Running.
Yeah.
Yes.
Wait, no, that's not true. What?
It is.
Yeah, Scott's right. I remember because Scott was telling us about
Really?
this. Scott was telling us about this. Yeah. While Scott,
It took him a while to start.
yeah.
got it.
While Scott is getting fact checked.
I'll
Yeah.
look it up. I'll look it up.
While Scott's getting fact checked, I think that listen, the main problem, the thing about the comment about Chalobah was gone.
I'm here to slander Mino Dutch. Let me do it.
Listen, the thing about Chalobah will be gone if you bought Dean Hoyson. Guys, we need to realize the market for Chalobah does not exist, bro. Like we need to realize that, bro. The moment we try to push him, listen again, when we were pushing him and trying to make something happen, again, what was the only offer that existed in that period of time? There was an alleged offer that Bayern was interested in at one point in time. That was the season before.
December's when
right?
it was a start.
And then there was and I remember two existed.
I'm interrupting you because I have the facts. Sorry.
So,
Not really.
so I've got it in front of me as well. Yeah.
Hoyson started opening day and then didn't make a start at center back until match day 14. Actually, I lied. He started opening day, started away to Liverpool. They lost 3-0.
I can put it on
And
the
then
screen.
from match day 3 to match day 14, there were 0 starts.
Yep.
So he made 2 starts in the league before December.
Damn.
Yes.
He's a bench player.
Industry plan. Mino Dutch. 50 mil. All right, buddy.
Wait,
All right,
who's
buddy.
who's
Hey.
Mino Dutch? Who's Mino Dutch?
Hoyson.
Dean
No.
Hoyson.
Who is Mino? Who's Mino Dutch?
He's Mino Dutch because he's Spanish.
I don't know.
Oh, as in, Mino, as in me not, as in like he's not.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Spanish citizenship as Dean Hoyson. All right, buddy. I see you.
I'm pretty
I know
sure.
what you are. Mino Dutch.
Yeah,
That's what he is.
Anyways, for Ahmed's thing about how there's not a market for him, do you guys not find it funny that you guys think he is a good backup center back, but yet there's no market for this guy?
I don't agree that there's no market for him either.
Yeah, I don't agree. There's no market.
Not the market that we want for him.
No. I wouldn't concede that there's no market for him. Like I would push back against that. I don't agree with that.
No, not the markets that we want for him. The price that we would want for him.
We don't want
isn't
that much.
really-
He's pure profit.
No. You guys are not being realistic.
He was on loan at Palace last year.
Yeah, but Prime, don't forget that
hold on.
he turned down Nottingham Forest.
Hold on.
Nottingham Forest wanted him before Nottingham Forest did what Nottingham Forest did last season.
Oh yeah, they did. My bad.
He
I
turned it
forgot.
down.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah.
Hold on.
No.
I would not concede that there's no market for him.
No.
Okay, hold
I'm
on.
incorrect in that point. Then I'm incorrect in that point.
Okay, that's fine. Hold on. If he had gone to Palace Forest last year, he wouldn't have started for them either. He was at
But
Palace,
that's not the point you're making,
and
bro.
he wasn't.
Maybe
He was at
wasn't, who
Palace.
knows?
He was at Palace, and he wasn't.
Would they have
necessarily
bought?
He wasn't
Did they
really
buy
a regular
Milinkovic
starter.
last summer?
Yeah, they did.
Yes, they did.
He wasn't really a regular starter at Palace last year.
Yeah, he
When
was.
He wasn't that good.
Who?
He was a regular starter. He
was
get Richard out.
rotation. Scott.
No, he was a regular starter. The back three was him, Lacroix, and Gay. Richards only started regularly after Chalobah left.
And the first half of the season, he wasn't good, and nor were Palace.
You're making two different points to try and get it off here. That's fine.
I made that in the same point.
Well, so he was starting until he got recalled by Chelsea. It's not like Palace chose to send him back. He got recalled when Fofana was out. This summer, he probably would have gotten sold potentially, and then Colwill tore his ACL. So you have our initial center back.
He's only sold here because of the injury-prone players, the center backs that we have.
I don't think he would have been sold even if Cole wasn't injured, by the way.
Okay, sure. But like, even if you wanted to say he would have been sold bar the injuries happened and he's here.
Yep.
Maresca publicly asked for a center back, and they told him to coach. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, which I found and you know what I found ridiculous, by the way? This fan base agreed with it. This fan base agreed with that. Just coach.
Well, that's if you want to take it out on the fan base.
And then we went to the Allianz Arena with the.
We've gotten pretty far away from the "there's no market for him" claim, which is what I was pushing back against.
Can I make a point though? Yeah, I think this idea of like Maresca coach, that's not a bad idea, bro. He signed up for it too at the same time. So I'm not really good. Listen, you can say it's stupid, but he also signed the dotted line to accept.
Ahmed. Let me explain why it's stupid. Let me explain why it's stupid. We finished the game today with no recognised centre backs on a football pitch.
I was going to make a different point. If you want to aim for higher than 4th place, saying just coach bro, LOL, to the guy who just scraped 4th place on the last day with Levi Colwill fit, after Levi Colwill tears his ACL, saying just coach, what do you want us to do about it, is fine if you're just cool with 4th. If these guys can come out and say, hey, let's be honest, guys, Club World Cup was cool, but it's a top 4 thing and a vibes in Champions League.
Well, they have said that.
Just got to.
Also, the funny thing, the other part about that is,
have they said that, or is that just what we pick up by the inaction in the market?
No, they basically said they just want Champions League football. That's it.
That's cool.
When did they say this? And who said
They also said they want to win trophies.
Nizar literally Kinsella said this. Yeah. He said that the club's competition this season is for to be Champions League football.
So Nizar said this. Okay, that's fine. If you guys are going to take that quote as gospel, like, is that sourced, or is that just judging off what we've not done?
No, that's sourced.
We could, like, somebody within the club said that? That's the stated aim for the season?
Yes, that's what they're claiming. Yeah,
that's what they're claiming.
Is anybody else besides Nizar Kinsella claiming this?
Like Matt Law. Matt Law said that.
I think Matt Law also said that too when he was on the podcast.
But Peter, that's the thing is, right, what you just said suits what Ahmed just said. If we were aiming to do any more, do you not think we would have sorted out the centre back issue?
Well, by Scott and I saying this is stupid, it's under the assumption that we wanted to do more. If we were wrong to assume that, then fair enough. Fuck it. It makes perfect sense.
I don't think.
I try harder than you have.
I think the window showed that the board doesn't.
Why study to get an A when you can just graduate with a B? Fuck it. That's basically what we did.
I'm under no illusion that this board showed in the window they don't want more than top 4. I'm 100%. So I'm saying that I think that's a stupid idea. Also, this just coach, bro. These centre backs are all the same centre backs from last year. You didn't think he was coaching them all of last year as well?
Yeah.
So
but you know, I'm gonna add a caveat to that. Yes, he was coaching them last year, right? But I think an argument could be made. Is he
what centre back improved last year outside of Josh?
I mean, Marshall would say to Tosin Andrevioyo. Would you not say that, Marshall?
Improved.
I think Tosin improved as the season went on. Yes.
Improved. No, I'm talking improved as a centre back. I'm talking got better.
I mean, Colwill got improved as a centre back.
Okay. Colwill.
You can make a strong argument that Tosin.
Colwill can go upstairs.
Outside of
Tosin is another one. I would say Tosin.
What you're doing is kind of like semantic. Let's assume he improved all the centre backs, because what Scott is doing is kind of semantic. If he improved all the centre backs, the only one that shows a true level is Colwill. Chalobah and Tosin, who he improved, they still have a certain ceiling.
Yeah.
So
but my point is he didn't improve none of them outside of Colwell and Chalobah. I'm sorry, not Chalobah. He didn't improve no one.
Yeah, but Scott, I'm not. Whether he did or didn't, I don't care. My point is, even if he hasn't improved them, it still doesn't.
They're not good enough.
It's still not
Are
good
you
enough.
gonna? Yeah, no, I 100% agree with the whole not good enough. But like when you look at our defensive record under Poch and our defensive record under
He
Maresca,
improved our structure.
No, that's not what I'm talking. No, I'm talking about.
So you're gonna say that's different.
So all we're saying is Maresca got them back to the level they have showed at their best. I'm asking for an improvement on the level. Like I'm saying, has Tosin last season performed better? Was he a better centre back than when he was at Fulham?
I don't know.
Yes.
No.
I would say yes.
No, he's not. No, he's not.
I can't.
Is Fofana last season when he played with Fofana a better centre back than his best at Leicester? No, he wasn't.
No.
Chalobah last season, was that the best we've ever seen Chalobah at Chelsea football? No. The only centre back he's improved is an 18-year-old. Oh, same with Badiashile, by the way. I don't have to mention him. The only centre backs he improved the level of was Colwell, who's injured for the whole season, and Achimpong, who's 18. So telling him to just coach, bro, when he's already showed that he cannot improve the level of these centre backs in the season is dumb.
Scott, I'm gonna hit back at you with another claim. Yeah, it is the way we play.
Pick up the goalpost and move them, brother.
Listen, we gotta listen. The game's the game. The game, PR. Listen,
no problem.
But like
saying just bro, the guy who bailed us out and got us Champions League is hilarious.
Listen, I'm gonna stand by it.
The only reason these guys even have jobs right now is the guy who they're saying just coach, bro.
Can I ask you? Listen, let me ask you a question. Yeah, like if you look at the formation, that we play, is that formation or the way we play suitable with the centre backs that we have? On this question.
Yes. I would say it masked more. I would say it masked deficiencies in the way that Tuchel's shape that he used while he was here did the same thing. Yes, 100%, absolutely.
Because I think we see this season.
Okay, Mr. UEFA A license. How do you? Mr. UEFA A license, Mr. Sky Sports on Tuesday morning at 11 a.m. What would you change in deployment of our center backs to also better maximize the results?
No, I want to cook Ahmed for a second.
What would you do?
Before he answers this, I just want to cook Ahmed.
I have an opinion, but I'm going to keep it quiet.
Just to understand, we're going to entertain this stupidness. This season, we've shown that that's not true because our defensive shape this season has got worse. All of a sudden, these centre backs need to do more 1v1 and show they're actually got something about them. And Chalobah has failed. Tosin has failed. Who else? That's basically Fofana has been mid until he got concussed. Josh has been okay. The only defender that's actually looked like they're able to do something 1v1 defensively was Badiashile so far this season.
Okay, so listen, what you're saying is true. I'm not going to disagree with you. What you're saying is true. But would you not argue that a back three would solve that situation?
We play a back three.
But
I mean a back three of three centre backs. I'm talking about
Ahmed, okay, cool. Let's go down this road. Mind you, the point you were making was he doesn't platform our center backs to their best available ability. So let's just say, right, we take off one of the midfielders or we take off an attacker and we put on another center back. With all the injury issues we've had, mind you, we could barely field two center backs today. Ahmed wants a third center back on the pitch. Who is that today, brother? Who is that?
Today.
Academy. Let's go to the academy, man. That's what I'm saying.
Who?
Academy. Okay, so Ahmed's solution.
No, Peter. We're not moving. No, wait.
I got this. We're gonna keep going, Ahmed. No problem. You criticize the way Maresca platformed the team in terms of getting results out of our center backs, and your solution is a no-name kid from the academy to better help our center backs. Yes.
And remember, what did I say? Okay. Coach needs to coach.
So just coach, bro. LOL. Use the academy is a suitable retort to the one center back who made 30 plus appearances in your team, getting an ACL injury last season.
I mean, listen. I'm going to say one comment and then it's all yours. All yours after this. listen, you know, we talk about Cobham being one of the best academies in football. So we
Again,
should have someone.
you're talking to
Ahmed,
me.
Ahmed,
You're
Ahmed,
talking
hold
to
on.
me.
Hold on,
So
Peter,
don't
one
use
second.
problem groupthink hearsay when you're talking to
hold
me
on.
and having a discussion about how our center backs are platformed. Stay to this specific discussion. Do not talk about what randoms on Twitter say. That has no effect on this discussion. That's not a point I raised. That's not even some bullshit I'm willing to entertain. Stay right here. Don't pick up the goalposts and move them again. Stand 10 toes down on your claim, and let's deal with this, Ahmed.
Can I just
I'm
say,
here.
can I
I
just
got
say
nowhere
this?
to go, brother. I got nothing else to do today. I could talk to you for another 6 hours if you need. But we're gonna get to the bottom of this. You made the
Can I
claim.
just say
Don't
this?
run. Don't trip. Stay here.
Can I just say this, Ahmed, right? Where the issues that we have that Maresca should coach and get a center back from the academy, we're already doing that with Josh Atchison. We're doing
No,
exactly
Prime. You have to
Hold-
magically dig up another one. They're like magic beans.
No,
If you remember Jack and the
but
Beanstalk?
hold
That's what we've got to
on.
do, brother.
No, hold on, Peter.
Just coach
I'm
LOL
saying-
times 2.
No, hold
Just
on,
coach.
Peter. Hold on, Peter. Ahmed, exactly what you want Maresca to do, he is doing exactly that. He is coaching, and he got an academy kid, an academy centre back, an academy defender, one of the most
No,
talented
we need
defenders.
another one because Prime, we need to play a back 3 to cover for our defenders.
But
So we have to
this
play a
way
back.
before.
No, Prime. We need 3 center backs on the pitch. Never mind, Reece James ended the match
called
as a
this
center
assy,
back
huh?
on the pitch.
And
We
you
need
know what?
another one.
Yeah, we need the piece in the backs. And I think, listen, Gusto in Burton hasn't really worked out either, right? So listen, stay with me now. Stay with me now.
Guess what?
Stay-
You know what
stay
else
with me
didn't
now.
work out today?
Wait,
You know what
wait,
else
listen,
didn't work out today?
Listen, stay with me now.
No.
Gusto right wing back. You know what I mean? Back to
Okay,
digging
no,
in-
I
in-
agree. Oh, hold on.
Right,
Oh, no. Peter, I got this. Ahmed, you know what? Argument.
Yellow on the play on that one.
That's a red card.
That's
This
a
should be a red
yellow.
card. This
That's
should
a
be a straight
yellow.
red.
Or Gusto,
Marshall.
wing back. Are you
Marshall,
mad?
I'll be real.
So we can do a Ronaldo chop every other game.
Marshall, I'll be real. Just let the game flow. You've been letting the game flow all stream. Just let it flow. Well, for talking to the ref for dissent. Is that dissent?
No. I was just putting it away.
Oh, okay, sorry. I saw the card.
Now it's dissent.
Okay.
Just kidding.
You're not captain.
Ahmed. Okay, let's for argument's sake, let's say we all agree with you. What is the back 5?
Obviously, Pete Correa is going to be your left wing back. I think
Okay.
you have Gusto as your right wing back again.
Okay.
I don't get carded, please, for that one, please, if you don't mind. I think. Listen, Reece James should be your RCB in the situation.
Reece James is not centre back. But
So
continue.
you're not even. No, wait. So you're not even-
He's played before.
Stop. Let him land. No, let him land.
Listen, Reece James has played RCB, so if he's played there before,
That's
he can play
fine.
that again.
No, but that's
So-
fine. But that's fine. Continue. Reece James RCB.
He
That's
is
fine.
technically from the academy, Scott.
That's fine.
Yeah,
That's
and he's
fine.
from the academy too. How about
No,
that?
that's fine. That's fine.
I win on both occasions there.
Ahmed, it's fine. Ignore Scott. Just continue. What is the back 5? Reece James RCB. And
Yeah, Achempo will be your CCB right now. My best
Okay.
opinion. And guess
And
who's
who's
gonna
the
be
I
Buddy
know.
Shield?
Body show on the left. All right, cool.
Just see Josh in
alright.
the middle, just like,
Huh?
yeah.
Ahmed, what's our center mid? What's our center mid?
Ahmed, no, not even that. Don't get to
This
center
is
mid.
killing
Ahmed,
me, bro.
Ahmed, do you remember when we played against Crystal
Plays
Palace?
EAFC 26 once.
Remember we drew against Crystal Palace, and remember the problem everyone said about Palace, that we were too slow moving the ball.
Yes, that. So listen, Buddy Shield will solve that issue for you in terms of
But
Why
wouldn't
you
Body
play
Shield
him
make
as
more?
centre back?
Wouldn't Body Shield make more sense in the middle of the 3, not on the left? Because Body Shield can't cover wide areas.
Listen, I'm willing to trust Buddy Shield in terms of his new and improved hamstrings.
So Ahmed, your
I'm
master
gonna trust
plan is to put
You really
more
don't
players
like
on the
Tosin.
pitch in our weakest area to compensate for the imbalance.
No, Peter. Do you know what his master plan is? It's to start both of our right backs at the same time in every game.
Yeah.
Never mind. We're starting both of our right backs. So what the fuck happens if one of them's injured? Never mind Gusto's
Yeah, facts.
complete inability
Now
to
listen,
service the
I've
final
got a
third.
solution. I've got a solution.
Never mind
Peter, I've
Gusto's
got a
complete
solution.
inability to service the final third.
Peter, I've got a solution. Listen, I don't know if you
Never mind
got
the
well
fact
about
that
this.
we bought 100 M worth of wingers, and in this
you
lineup,
bring up
we'll probably
Hear me out
bench
now.
both of
Hear
them.
me out now.
Ahmed,
I know
I know
it's not
I know you're. You're gonna say Neto wing back, right?
No. Listen,
we
hear
didn't say
me out now.
Gallagher. We didn't say
Listen,
Gallagher.
shout out to my boy Raksaki. I don't know if you know him. You know what I mean? Listen,
Raksaki's not a wing back.
Oh, come
listen,
on.
don't worry.
Bro. What
But
are
listen,
we
he's a
doing?
young lad. We can mold him into that.
He's
one.
not a
We can
wing.
mold him.
But okay, Ahmed, shouldn't we be molding action bomb?
Yo.
He's
how
being
much
molding
time
him
with him?
into a centre back.
Oh.
That's what he's trying to do.
So
Action bomb
you're
is a
Stay with
team.
me.
so Ahmed. Just to be
Stay with
clear,
us, stay with
you were your initial complaint was guys rate Cobham, but we never use them, and now you want Raksaki, who I don't even know exists for sure, to be
He's a
wingback.
Cobham lad, shout out.
But
Yeah,
but
man was saying
Raksaki's
wing
not.
back, you know.
Raksaki's
Bring back
not
the
a wing
John
back.
Sterling, bro.
But hold on, Ahmed.
Even
But
if he
you wanna-
was,
if you
why
wanna-
are we
if
playing
you
with
wanna-
wingbacks?
No, but if you want to use a wing back, why not just use Genesis Antwi, who actually is a wing back?
What's our
Thank
midfield
you. See,
two?
Listen,
We sold him.
you
No, we
helped me
sold
out here.
We
Come
sold
here,
him,
Prime.
didn't we?
What's our
midfield-
what's our
he's here,
midfield
he's
two,
still
Ahmed?
here.
Ahmed, Mr.
still
Genius, what's our midfield two?
I would just
Or
say
is it
Caicedo Enzo. You just do Caicedo
Okay,
Enzo.
cool. What's our front three, Ahmed?
Yikes.
Wait, hold on. No, Ahmed, hold on. No,
Never
stop.
mind.
No,
Ahmed, what's our
stop.
front
No,
three?
Bring
no,
back the
no.
Caicedo
Here,
Iron.
What's our front three? Let's finish the team off, brother.
If you don't want
Let's finish-
Caicedo Enzo, Marshall, we can always do Caicedo.
Ahmed.
That's
Ahmed,
too-
we're-
that's
we'll
too
concede-
high.
Ahmed, we're not
We will
finished.
It's my
concede
great
Caicedo
team.
Wait a
Enzo.
minute.
Choose either way for me.
We will
Okay, yeah, no,
concede
what's the front
Caicedo
three?
Enzo. We will concede that. What's our front three, Genius?
Okay, front three. I'll have Dilap as striker. In my personal opinion, Dilap will be my striker.
Player who's injured.
Obviously,
Yeah.
listen, I'm saying if
If
they're
we're
healthy.
putting, hold on.
Where's Joe
So
Pedro?
why
Are
are
we
we
saying
doing?
healthy or injured, by the way? I'm saying healthy or injured. Actually,
No,
I'm
no,
talking-
injured.
No, I'm
What's
talking.
happening?
I'm talking players available right now.
Oh,
Because
right
you
now.
were
Oh, so it's okay.
appointments
If you
today.
say,
Hold on,
okay.
Oh, wait, hold on, Ahmed, 1 second. So you're saying the lap if he was fit, but
Yeah, where's
your back three does not include Colwell if he's fit.
Yes.
No.
Never mind. Never mind.
No, sorry. I didn't even realize that. I didn't realize that. my
Your
bad.
Oh,
I got lost in the sauce a
We
little
got
bit.
him, boy.
I got lost.
Oh,
I got
okay.
lost in the sauce a little
Ahmed,
bit.
finish your front three, brother. Finish your front three. I'm
That's a
waiting.
good
I
call.
need to hear
Yeah,
this.
Yeah, we're still waiting.
Listen, I got lost in the sauce. Sorry. So obviously, if
Yeah,
we're just
wait.
talking, obviously, I was still doing stuff based on the current players that we have.
Yeah.
So then, therefore, I'd probably say Mark Gui as my striker, João Pedro as my left guy, right?
Yeah.
Because the guys that we have on that side,
The left guy position, the famous left guy position, you guys. Yeah.
you know, João Pedro, and I think on the right it's gonna be Pedro. No, ESTEVAO. I know. It's gonna be
Wait,
ESTEVAO.
where's now?
Hang on, who
Okay.
did you say? Say that again. Say that. I missed some of that.
So I said ESTEVAO.
He said
Gui,
Mark.
and
He
João
said
Pedro.
Mark Gui, João Pedro, and ESTEVAO as our front three.
So you're gonna. So hang on. So we're gonna have 150 million pounds worth of wingers
Of
chilling
wide
on the bench.
players. Yes.
I'm saying fuck those players. Like,
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
That's crazy because
So-
Ahmed
so
keeps
Ahmed,
saying
Ahmed,
play with the tools
Ahmed,
you're
so
given.
to be
Give
clear-
these young players a
To be
chance.
clear, our wide creative outlets are Cucurella and Malo Gusto.
Fuck me.
Our inside forwards are ESTEVAO and João Pedro. And our starting striker, was Sunderland's former third string striker.
That is correct.
Ahmed, I got a
And
question.
You
Wow.
would say that's a better way of platforming our team and maximizing our talent than what we're currently doing.
Yeah.
I might say that yes. Some might say that yes.
No,
Ahmed, I got a
Would
question.
you or wouldn't you? Not that you might. 'Cause I know you might do a lot of dumb shit. Would you or wouldn't you say it?
It don't work.
Ahmed, I got because I know what you're.
No. Prime. Please do not say another word till he answers. Would
Okay.
you or wouldn't you say that? Yes or no?
You
He
know what?
doesn't
Yes.
even believe this.
Yes.
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 Yes. Okay.
Okay.
All right. I look forward to you getting your A license.
Ahmed, no,
and I look
Ahmed,
forward to you coaching the team, brother.
Ahmed. So that is
We could get relegated.
No
that's
problem.
Ahmed, that's the formation, and those are the players on the pitch. What is the style of play?
fuck.
It's all well and good saying we're playing a 3-4-3.
Yeah, how deep's the line,
What's the
right?
style of play? What's the actual style of play? How are we going to build up? Are we counter attack? Are we possession? Are we
So
just
what we're going
gonna
to do?
defend?
So what we're going to do is
Also, he didn't say who our goalkeeper is. I'm assuming it's
It's
Sanchez.
always it's gonna have to be Sanchez.
Yeah,
There's no other choice, mate. Man.
Okay.
Come on, let's be real.
No, but this is
Yeah.
you. This is you.
yeah.
You can
I think
play
it's quite
Saliba.
simply. Listen,
play
you
Saliba,
know,
you can play Saliba.
I think for me, the way I'm going to put it is quite simply. It's just quite easy peasy. let me not Squeezy. We are going to go
Man
to
said,
an
"Let me not
old.
squeezy."
Listen, and we're going to go back to an old scroll. You know, an old managerial tactic that we
Conte.
used to play.
Route
You
one,
know
bro.
what I mean?
He's going Route 1 and good.
And
Route one
listen,
to mark
this
you?
and listen, we're
I'm
gonna
so
go.
looking forward to hearing
listen,
this.
listen, we're gonna
With
go
all the Tuchel
for.
slander you've always said.
Listen, we're
I'm
going
so
for.
This
looking
guy
forward
Listen,
to
sounded like
we
a
are
shit like
going.
this, bro.
Listen,
And we
we're
ended
going.
up back with a back three shape.
Listen,
Time is a
we're going
black
to
circle.
cocaine ball. We're going back to cocaine ball, baby. We're going back to
Are we?
cocaine ball.
You
Yes.
hated that. Oh, I can't. No,
You
the-
are
I,
fraud. You are
wait, hold on,
fraud.
Ahmed.
you, I can't with you
Ahmed,
right now,
Ahmed,
bro.
I thought you were
are
gonna-
such
Ahmed,
a
maybe-
fraud.
But I think you're a
Maybe-
bad
Terrorist
person.
is
I'll be
taking over
honest.
in
Ahmed,
you,
I
bro.
no,
think you're
Ahmed,
not
Ahmed.
only are you like a terrorist, I think you're genuinely a bad person.
Nah, but, Ahmed,
Like, actually. No, I think I
Ahmed.
feel confident judging you on a personal level now. I think you're
Oh,
not a
my
good human being.
days.
Ahmed, you know what's mad?
Disrespectful.
After all of that about
Ahmed.
Tommy T, you're going back to Tommy T
Ryan, to be
tactics.
clear,
Tuchel out.
to be
Don't
clear,
forget Tuchel out.
to be
All the
clear, my
Tuchel out
critique,
shows.
to be clear, my critique isn't even the shape necessarily, but some of the players in these positions are some of the most insane shit I've
Yeah.
ever heard.
Bro, you
If
have
there was
Reece
ever,
James
if
and you
there
put
was
Malo
ever
Gusto.
a left wing back, if there was ever a left wing back to play,
Neto.
it would be Pedro Neto.
Facts.
If there was ever
Yeah.
a left-sided center back, it was Cucurella.
Correa.
We have Cucurella left wing back. That's like, I don't think he's ever done that. I'll be honest.
No,
Oh, yeah.
he
maybe,
did. No, he did.
Not really.
Against Man United.
maybe at
Man United.
Getafe under
Yeah.
Bordalas,
Yeah,
the
no, he
fucking
used to be
terrorist.
a left wing back
He's
at
done
Brighton.
it. Yeah, he's done it.
Okay.
But yeah,
maybe.
Ahmed,
Sure,
Ahmed,
but
can I
like,
just say this, right?
this
Ahmed,
is insane.
here's the thing, right? You know how
I agree.
everyone else laughed at you, Ahmed? Maybe I'm too nice. I actually gave you the benefit of the doubt. I assumed you were going to play the way Conte played, not Tuchel, who you hate.
I know. That's the
I
part
thought you were
that
going to play
vexes
Conte
me.
ball.
That's what vexes me.
Sometimes
I hate you, Ahmed.
Listen, you know
Man
what it is,
said,
guys.
no,
You know what
I'm
it
not
is.
finished-
I
I'm
hate
not-
you.
Listen,
I'm not
hear me
finished
out
speaking.
here.
No, let me finish.
We have
speaking.
one
Let
of
me
the
finish
we have one of the worst
Because-
crossers in our team at right wing back, and we have
Yeah.
Cucurella left wing back, and Mark
Can I
Yu
just-
up
Can
front.
I just say, right?
This is
Because
insane.
Ahmed said, and well, I'm gonna paraphrase. We have to go back to an old scroll. I assumed he meant Conte,
I thought he
not
was gonna
cokehead
Conte.
Tuchel that you hate.
Yeah, and because you hate him, and because you went back to his tactics, and because you're a hypocrite,
He wanted us red.
Second red.
Listen,
So
I'm just gonna
Ahmed,
make.
no.
Can I make one
Ahmed,
comment?
Ahmed,
Can I
no,
make one
I'm not-
comment?
one quick
I'm not
comment,
even-
last
I'm not-
comment
I'm
before you
not
get
even
sent to the
speaking.
shadow
Can-
realm.
I'm not
Listen,
finished speaking. No, let me finish
Bro,
speaking. Let me just
what's
say this.
going on, bro? Can
I'm
I
not
listen?
finished
Listen,
speaking.
I'm about to go arbitrary. Give
I
me a
wasn't
minute.
finished speaking. I wasn't finished speaking.
Get Prime, let him.
Everything I
let him
have
real
to
quick.
say is this. What I have to say is this, right?
Or don't.
You know how I say that Ahmed's a Palace fan, not a Chelsea fan, and people think it's a joke? This
It's not a
proves
good
it.
thing.
Because if you really are a Chelsea fan, why would you want to go back to play the way under a manager that you truly hated? That'd be like me saying, let's go back and play Poch ball now. That doesn't make sense, does it? It wouldn't make
Ahmed,
sense.
Ahmed, final words before you go on timeout.
You know,
Before you get
listen,
sent to the
you
sin
know,
bin.
in the words, and listen, you know, one of the things that I learned, you know, as a student of the game, you know, as a son of.
All right, I heard enough. Man says
Let's
student of the
go.
game. I heard enough.
Student
I'll
of the
hear from
game.
you later, anyways, bro.
Cucurella and Gusto as wingbacks is insane. Guys, to be clear,
You have
be
Reece
clear-
James and he puts Gusto at right wing back.
to be clear, I'm not principally opposed to that shape at all. I'm not somebody who would turn my nose up to it. My critique is under Tuchel, I felt our group of center backs, if you deploy them that way, that's to get the best out of our team because our attackers were so bad. I didn't think we would get more having 4 on the pitch instead of 3. But if you look at our team now, people would probably agree center back or maybe like left wing are our weakest positions, right? Considering who's available. It doesn't make sense to put more people on the pitch in your weakest position than you need to. That doesn't make sense to me. Football's not managed that way. Yes, our center backs have weaknesses, like Scott was saying, because they're just not that good. Prime was getting there. They're just not like really good. That's like the main problem. But unfortunately, some of them are going to have to play, and we're going to have to make do until the summer when we can hopefully get reinforcements. Putting 3 people 3 mediocre people in a position instead of 2 is not going to magically make our team better. Coaches don't manage that way. It's not how the game is taught. It's not how the game is played.
Ahmed's. Don't invite him back here, please.
That was terrible.
Guys, so we spent, the thing is, right?
Top tier troll.
The thing is, right? Even if you want to play Kukurea at left wing back, we spent all this money on a left center back who can play in a 3 and Hato, and you're not going to play him. You're going to play Badia Show on left center back to play in wide areas just to have his hamstring fall off. You're going to play Ashington in the middle of a 3, which he's not great at ball progression. Like, you're fucking up the team.
Hey, I read Tom.
We have Gusto right wing back, who actually just can't function in the final third either. We have Gu up front, who was third choice striker 3 months ago at another club.
Is Joe Pedro played on left really? Like I see him play as a 10 and a striker.
Yeah, left 10 he has.
Yeah, he's played.
Because
that's like the least bad thing that Ahmed said.
I was just thinking as
the 2 10s. I say the 2 10s are probably the thing that makes the most sense.
Bro, the biggest thing that he said was he said what? He said the lap up top, but forgot that Cole doesn't. No, he said the lap first, and then I questioned him and said,
"Yeah,
the lap
okay, true.
What about
I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying. Oh man, Ahmed makes me laugh, man.
Also, I'm surprised he even started Kukurea. I'll be real. He hates Kukurea.
That's true.
If you're gonna play wingbacks in our team, I think the wingbacks have to be Garnacho and Neto. As much as that makes me sad.
No, that makes sense.
I mean, Neto can track back pretty good.
I don't want Reese's body to have to deal with being wingback, and I don't want to watch Gusto wingback.
Yeah.
I just don't want to.
And then the back 3 would have to be Reese, Cole if he's fit, and Cuckoo.
Yeah, something like that. But at that point, it's like, why don't we just play a 4 and grow up? I don't know. You have a bunch of guys who've proven they can actually play in a 4 all together. Like, nah, back 3. Like, it just sounds insane. That's just an insane concept.
Peter, why grow up? Why grow up when you can get a kid from the academy and find another way? Like,
no, he didn't even say get a kid from the academy. All that.
No, he did. He did. He said get a kid from the academy. He said get a kid from the academy. He said Raksaki.
Yeah,
he's a midfielder.
No, but we pressed on it and got, we play back 5, put another centre back in. He went get a kid from the academy, and then we said who plays? He went Reese. It's like, no, you said get a kid from the academy, and you went and put our right back and centre back. Like what?
The thing is, if you're gonna play with wing backs, go play. Antwi is a wing back, so you can play him there, right wing back. If you want to play,
we just don't have the bodies to do that.
Yeah,
I don't know, dude. You could have been able to sell me on 4-4-2, to be honest.
Yeah.
To move on and also finally close this out because the stream's been long enough.
Is he actually backstage?
No, he's backstage. I have to ask him a question though, because there's been a lot of criticism about music after the goal.
Oh, it sucks, by the way.
Oh, wow.
No. Hold on, Scott.
No, it sucks.
Because a lot of the people that were saying, oh, get this out of the bridge, it's not helping the environment, were the ones that went to the stadium. Ahmed, I have to ask you a question. When we scored, did you also do the da-da-da-da-da? Because it sounds like the bridge were singing along to it. Ahmed, answer for your crimes.
Yeah, but do you know why we do that? That's because we do that after every win. What are you talking about? We don't.
Yeah, they do that with,
not that. Hold on.
What are you talking
this
about?
Is immediately after ESTEVAO scores.
I mean,
everyone was celebrating after that win.
Yeah. I mean, that was like last minute.
Listen.
They're getting copyright stricken. Hell yeah.
Yeah, you're
not playing the song. What are you talking about, Chris? That's the club's music bearing out. That's not the fans.
That's not the club's music.
That's the club bearing the music out. What are you talking about? I'm telling you,
that's the goal music of it. That's the goal music.
That's what I'm saying. The club blurred out the music, not the fans.
Okay, yes.
Yes. And the fans were singing along. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
They were celebrating. They were literally, you could see it.
I am not going to let you gaslight me right now. I'm listening to it.
Bro,
There
you
were
can
certain
listen
fans
to
singing
it,
along
but
to it, though.
I was literally in the stadium, bro. They were not singing to it.
Bro,
they were.
everybody's
hearing it.
thrashing Ahmed. This is so sick. I love this. Everybody is thrashing Ahmed crazy right
This
now.
is not.
Yeah,
This is
I can send you the
incredible,
video. You want me to send you the video? I'll send you
Listen,
the
and
video right now.
also the song they're even playing. I know it's the goal music, but that goal music, for example, is not the same as, like, for example, the goal music that was even played against Brighton. I don't even know if you're aware of that.
No, that felt
Yes.
like just trolling Liverpool.
Yes, that was completely different. So that goes to what you're talking about. Yeah, it even gets played after the game, after every win we have.
Me
And
tactics man
everyone-
arguing about goal
You know
music.
what I mean? What's going on? Yeah.
No, I'm just saying,
Me
like
343 man arguing
yeah.
about goal music.
And-
Big up, man.
No, but
Big
no,
up.
it just confused me
Big up.
because it's like, no, that. So I said this before to you, Marshall. The goal music stuff, yeah, it's obviously come from FIFA because they do that a lot in FIFA before it's come here, and there's like certain other obviously.
No, it's
other
also America. as
It's
well.
also club.
Like,
Yeah. Listen, I'm trying to be nice. You know what I mean? I don't want to get into
No, but it
myself.
is,
Hey,
bro. Like,
man.
I hear it in
Listen,
MLS.
I'm
like,
Somalia
I
is
want to
trying
be
to be nice.
xenophobic right now.
And now we're
Trying to
wondering why Somalia has never made it to an AFCON, man. Big up.
That's it.
This is why. This is why. Football thought leaders like Ahmed. This is
Hey,
why.
nah.
No,
Hey,
but-
know what's
Hey,
mad?
man. It's time to talk about it.
No,
listen,
'cause
we
it's
also
not-
want
Obviously,
this
that
country.
flag giving tactical advice on Twitter. Just remember this.
Okay, but like,
I thought Somalia's couldn't qualify because you guys don't pass.
no, like as I would listen.
No,
let's
dude,
get-
it's worse. The tactics
Okay.
are worse.
All right, listen. Either way, it's actually we can't even. We don't even have a first touch, so we can't even get to tactics yet. Let's get.
No,
yeah,
you got a first touch.
first.
You just don't pass.
No,
You have
we
to
don't have a
pass
first
awareness.
touch. No,
They
you
don't
don't
have
understand.
no-
The guys that play for the Somali national team, they don't actually. It's not the international guys that play for.
Maybe you guys would have a first touch if you weren't playing Kukurea left wing back.
Hey, man, 3-4-3. You guys got it.
Listen, if Kukurea is a Euro winner, so we would have won the AFCON. Right?
Wait.
Bro, Ahmed,
No,
hit up
wait,
the coaches.
no,
I've been telling to play 3-4-3, bro.
Ahmed, why do you respect Kukurea all of a sudden?
I don't respect Kukurea. I
you
acknowledge
just
that he's
gave
been
up, huh?
decent. I acknowledge that he's been decent player.
Decent is
Does
crazy.
his job. That's
Gave
it.
up
Decent
the
is nuts.
agenda.
Yeah,
and he's
accepted
the
what he
only-
is.
and he's the only player. In the
You've been
team who can
defeated.
play
I'm not
left
gonna
wing.
lie.
Yeah,
Cool.
hard.
Yeah, I already admitted defeating
Yeah.
Kukurea, so that's not my issue. I've already lost that battle ages
No,
ago.
Peter's not talking about Kukurea.
No,
Peter's
but
not
in terms of the music, the goal music, I said this before. Like the main reason why I did not like the goal music, bro, is because initially the one that you play, for example, is a known song because it's a part of the club culture. The one they were playing against Brighton.
No,
for
it's
example.
not. It's
What
Yeah,
are
it
you
is.
talking about?
Yes, it
All
is.
right, hold on.
Okay,
because I don't need you
see-
guys to. I don't need you guys to interrupt.
this is actually
so bear with
crazy.
me. Bear with me. No, let's
Oh,
let
this is
chat.
awesome.
Chat. Let's let you guys decide because this is how petty I am. Let's let you guys
Good
decide.
chat.
All right. Because chat's not gonna have a bias on this. Let's play with audio. Boom, boom. Okay. Let's let this reset. Okay. Let the goal play out. Come on. Sounds to me like the audience participated too.
That's the video. I saw,
Marshall,
by the way,
you
Marshall.
are. I don't know if you're trying to be like ignorant on purpose here or just an idiot. We just
Hey, man.
literally
Own
scored a
goal.
goal, Marshall. We
Own
literally
goal.
scored a winner. What are you talking
Own
about?
goal.
I thought it doesn't help the
Own
atmosphere.
goal.
No, it didn't.
Ahmed said
Because
somebody was
everyone
being
defended-
ignorant or being
Yeah,
an
now
idiot.
you-
What are you talking
Own
about?
I
goal,
thought
man.
I thought the match going fans
Oh,
didn't like
no.
it, but they seem to celebrate with it.
Acknowledge
No,
Ahmed's
you
own
are
goal,
big.
man.
No, that's not an
Acknowledge
goal.
Ahmed's
No,
own
this is
goal
big.
before we
This is not-
continue.
This is being autistic because this song plays when we
Hey,
win.
own goal,
What are we
man.
doing?
You
What
scored
is-
twice
what are we
against
talking
yourself.
about?
Own goal, Ahmed. How'd you describe yourself like that? That was crazy.
Shut up here, man. Okay, fuck off.
Got him.
You were wrong,
Yeah,
Ahmed.
Ahmed,
Bro,
what
not
a
even
win
you
for-
were wrong. I'm just.
Ahmed, what a
That's
win for
not
Somalia
being-
in World Cup qualification, man. Big up.
Okay, well done. But listen, the
Big
point
up,
I'm
man.
trying to listen, the point I have made is
Got
quite
knocked out
simple.
by Eswatini,
We
that's why
literally
that shit.
scored. The team literally scored a winner. Everyone is celebrating. That's without music. The movie just comes on straight afterwards. What are you talking about?
Why do you think I'm
Hey,
saying?
man.
Oh,
You
okay.
got-
So if the music wasn't playing, then
People will still be celebrating. Yes.
so you think
I mean,
I'm
I'm
claiming
about
that
that,
they're
yeah, they will be
celebrating because of the
celebrating.
music? You really think I'm that daft?
Why are you asking about the music then? I'm confused. That's what
I mean,
why do you not like the music?
Did anyone
It
else
was
miss
like
the
white.
point, or is just
Hey, man.
Ahmed?
let's look up Somalia's recent results, man. Let's do
Can I?
this.
Okay.
The thing is, like,
Can
I
I?
get both of your guys' points. I disagree. Like, I don't think the music adds anything because there's issues with it. Number one is it's too fucking loud, bro. Like,
Scott, the thing is, I don't even care about the music. I just care about the hypocrisy. Chelsea fans telling me the music doesn't add anything to the environment, to anything. Yet, when
I don't think it does. Like,
when the goal is
I don't think
scored,
it does.
those same fans that are criticizing the music are singing along to the music. That's the only thing I was saying, Ahmed. They're singing along to the music.
No,
They haven't-
but
they haven't
no. But I think
They
what
haven't
you're
scored
missing.
in 19
No.
months.
Listen, the key point I'm trying to make, Marshall, is that song that is obviously being blared in particular is a known song. That song will even blare out once the game is over and we've won the game. That's the point I'm trying to make. That's why they will sing along to it. It's a known song. That's the point I'm trying to make. The one against Brighton, the one I'm talking about when I went to Brighton last week, that was a completely different song. That's why they were, and it was a completely different thing. That's what their critique was coming from. Does that make sense to you?
Can I? Okay.
Sure.
Can I?
That's the whole point. That's what I was telling you. Like last week, like if I knew what the song was, I wouldn't be making that complaint either. Because it was literally something genuinely straight out of like FC 26, like in terms of like a goal theme. Like it wasn't even like
goal
Just
sound,
keep playing
goal
Free
sound.
from Desire after
Can
every
I?
goal.
Can I?
that's what I'm saying. You know what I mean? Like this one, for example.
Oh, God.
Go ahead, Brian.
What do you want to say, Prime? Go on.
And let's
Yeah,
close
because
it out, guys, 'cause need to
I
the
get
fuck out of here.
what Ahmed's saying, but like he's talking a lot and waffling. I think the difference is that it was a big game and we won, and it was a last minute winner. Because that song was played against Brighton, right, and we lost.
Mhm.
No, it doesn't get usually played when we lose. I left the ground actually to be honest. Like when
But the songs get played after we score, right?
Oh yeah.
yes, only after we scored.
Yeah.
Like, the first goal, for example. Yeah.
Yes, but because of how like it wasn't received well, because the result probably had a big factor to it.
Yeah, fair enough.
Because this was a last minute winner.
Birdie,
a
let me
big game,
know about
against-
tomorrow, by the way.
because a big game against Liverpool that we don't really beat that often, like that helped. Also, if you go and listen to that back, the fans only started chanting along to the music towards the very end of that clip. They weren't chanting along with it all throughout the clip. So
yeah. Like,
I
and
think
I
you're
agree with
both
Ahmed in
right, but
terms
it's
of like
very
they're
much
gonna sing that.
very much
They're gonna
been-
sing that because it's a known song. Like that's the one thing when it comes to goal music they've done well. They picked a known
Pick a
song
known song. Okay.
with
Can I
Chelsea.
give
Like
you
if
an
that's just a
example?
random song,
Because
like,
it
for
didn't.
example,
To me, it didn't seem like it was about the known song. It seemed just the song in general that people were complaining about. Just
No.
a song.
That's a known song. Like,
No, but
you know, there's
it
certain
also-
songs that get played at. There's like certain songs, for example, that get played at Chelsea. You know, like how whenever
Liquidator.
Liquidator, right? They play the
Liquidator,
beginning.
at the end.
There's like some
and
others
then
that
one step beyond at the end.
one step beyond. And there's like it's the same with like Liverpool because Liverpool have like you never walk alone. Like, that's like
That's
icons of,
fine.
right. Yeah, so that's the point I'm trying to make. And even for example, you know the one that obviously played at the end is very similar, for example, to like Germany. You know like the one for Bayern that they sing. For example, they do that one every time
I
they
think Dortmund
basically
has a
score.
good one as
Yeah,
well.
but we're talking about but the thing is, I just think
And that
if
happens
you're
after
gonna
every
do- if
goal
you're
they
gonna-
score. That's the
if you're
point.
gonna do the songs after we score, yeah, okay. If you're gonna do the songs after we score, I don't think it makes sense to do it all the time. I think it's a bit like cringy. However, if you do it for big games or you do it on Champions League nights, then that makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
But
No, I
like
think
we're
the
not,
thing
we're
is,
not,
like,
I
we're
think
not,
you
we're
need to
not
do
like
it all
we're not,
with-
we're not like Bayern Munich. I don't think like Bayern have a tradition of doing it all the time. For them, it makes sense. I don't think we have a specific song where it would make sense doing it after doing.
We
it
should
all
probably
after-
get one.
I disagree. I think you can make it work, and I think Chelsea Dagger is a good song because and I think making it
Wait, what song?
the Chelsea Dagger, the one that played.
Yeah.
But I
But
think
yeah,
that
but
makes sense.
That
But
song is
something
not
like
unique
that.
That's not unique to Chelsea, is it?
No, but
No, it's
it's not about
You just
being
have
unique to
something
Chelsea.
traditional.
It's a song that is there as an affinity with the club. It's like, for
Exactly.
example, like Ahmed's right in terms of because I know this has been played as music at football games. If Pepas, for example, got played, or if Danzak Kuduro got played, no one's singing along. No one gives a shit. No one cares.
Exactly.
Like it's because it's Chelsea down.
But I will say, go ahead, Scott.
I see. So like, I think it can work. I think the main issue I had with it, based on what from the TV, it's too goddamn loud. Like it drowns the crowd. It sounds like it drowns the crowd out.
Yeah,
like on the TV at least, it sounds like it drowns the crowd out, which is my biggest issue with the music. I said this when I got asked. It's like it can work.
No, you know what? I have to disagree with that
because it was mainly after the first goal more than anything. Like the first goal goes in, I hear the crowd for a second, and then all I hear is the fucking goal music.
Yeah,
on the screen,
the thing
like
is,
when I'm watching the game.
And we'll end it on this because, like I said, I do have to wrap it up. UFC starting soon, and I want to be able to watch that. But what I will say is that I'm not opposed to the shed end trying different things to get a better environment at Stamford Bridge, because anyone who went to the Club World Cup, especially from England, and this is coming from CB exactly, like there's a staunch difference between the environments that these other teams have, even LA Galaxy versus like the English teams, and Chelsea being one of them. And I think it's an effort to try to make like Chelsea more of a hostile environment for the visiting team. Because to be
tough,
honest,
though,
like sometimes it's a library. It's
regular, like,
to an extent.
With the way that tickets are, like the new ticketing system and all the lobby and all this stuff, you're seeing tourists at games more than ever, which isn't an issue, but you're seeing this across all of the top clubs in the division. Atmospheres at all these grounds are really being diluted. The reason it felt like a bigger occasion today is because they're playing Liverpool. Yeah. Chelsea on any Champions League night or when they're hosting another big team in the league, the atmosphere is pretty good. I think the atmosphere point is more obvious during a game like Palace or like whenever Brentford
Burnley
show up, stuff like that, right? Like it's never a problem to get Stamford Bridge up for like a big occasion or like during a big match. But over the course of the season, it's just the atmosphere at all of these clubs for most of these games is pretty dull.
Yeah,
that's I don't think it's hard to combat that. I don't
part
know.
of it. I think part of it also is listen, whether we like to admit it or not, I think particularly for a lot of these, I'm gonna say top six sides in general. For some of these like lower table sides and lower mid table sides, bro, there's already an expectation that you're gonna be winning the game. So like for a lot of fans, bro, they're just here to watch the game, and then the moment that we score, let's say they're to celebrate amongst their mates, call it a day, and that's a nice day out, if that makes sense.
No, 100%.
Like this is where like, and this is an English fan thing of like, you've got to take things from other areas. It doesn't matter where it is in terms of other countries, whether it is because there's like America, because there are things in MLS when it comes to atmosphere that clubs in England can learn from. Whether it's Germany, whether it's Turkey, whether it's wherever, like find things to make noise. I know people take the piss out of it sometimes, but the drum at Crystal Palace that works.
Yeah.
Like
LAFC do something similar.
So what I was going to say, I'm not saying you do the same type of thing because it's hard, right? Because it's also stadium based. But like, obviously, I've spoken about this before. But Portland Timbers have the whole chainsaw Charlie, I think his name is.
Yeah.
Like the Montreal have got the bell. Trying to think of what else. What did LAFC have? I've forgotten.
So behind the goal, it's called the 3252. The entire end is a standing room only like supporter section.
But don't we? I think for us to do something, it'd be interesting if we could incorporate what's that thing? You know when we score goals and the banging on the shed.
So they bang on the shed or like the little you can get.
In the media section, right?
I think that's intense. If we could do something to incorporate that in for big games and stuff to create, because it's about creating the atmosphere basically. And Chelsea fans anonymously are dead. So. The owners are trying to create an atmosphere, and the fans.
I get it, but Prime,
you stop doing the DJ, by the way. I actually forgot to
Prime, you get
there's no DJ that exists at
like,
halftime.
You get they're also kind of feeding their own issue, right? Just as prices go up, as you're going as you're going to raise prices and manufacture demand by overhauling the ticket system, and just all these things, right? You're naturally going to get a certain type of temperament from somebody who shows up. Truly, like this is
Peter,
very open.
But it's not like the atmosphere at Chelsea was great before.
I was going to say, like, my point is, we've never like historically, over the last like 20 years since I've been watching, right? the atmosphere on these run-of-the-mill home league matches at 3 p.m. against 13th place in the table has never really been good. Mourinho complained about it. Ancelotti complained about it. Tuchel complained about it. Conte complained about it. Sarri complained about it. Potter complained. Like, there's been a
The list
theme.
goes on. Yeah.
The only
Yeah,
manager
like,
that didn't complain about it was Lampard, because it's Lampard.
Yeah, because why would he
Everyone
do that?
But I think, listen, there's also like another thing, which is that, you know, listen, if you look at the average age of the Chelsea stadium, it's
Pretty old, right?
Yeah, but
one of the oldest.
I think that goes.
I can't lie to you, man.
I think it is the oldest. I think someone said it's the oldest in the Premier League, but I think that goes back to Peter's point of, and this isn't 100% their fault, but it's a cycle because of the whole stadium issue, which is an issue because of the older fans. They have to raise the prices, but the ones that can afford those prices are the older fans. Because I'm not being like guys like my age, or Ahmed's age, with where we're at in life. Like, I'm gonna be so real with you. I've got 1,000,001 other things to pay for in life and bills to pay for. I'm not paying for a fucking season ticket or for a 50 quid ticket every game. Plus, as well, for me, I know Ahmed's a bit different. Or whatever it is, right? For me,
I paid for Liverpool.
no, but cool. For me as well, it then costs money to get into London. Either I have to drive and find somewhere to park, which is astronomical, or get a train, which is astronomical. So the people that can afford it are the people that don't want us to move stadiums. So the prices are just going to go up. And so the people that can afford it are going to stay who it is. You can't get the younger demographic in because they can't fucking afford it.
Can I give you a take?
And there's no seats for them.
I'm going to give you a take right now, Marshall. A lot of the guys that are part of like I feel like there's a lot of middle class people, if that makes sense. Yeah.
Upper middle class for sure.
Like middle, I'm using like base levels like middle class.
Sure,
I'm gonna say obviously, right? Middle class, upper middle class, right? And like the area itself it's in barring really, if you remove Fulham from that to an extent, Chelsea, Kensington, bro, is the richest area in London, bro. Right? So the guys you're attracting in general, before you even start talking about tourists, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm gonna say to you, mate, right there. So
like for reference,
Yeah.
right? To get me over there in January, I'm looking at $750 round trip US for a flight. It's probably going to cost me another $700-800 US for a hotel for 8 days.
Mm-hmm.
And then my 2 match tickets are probably going to cost me another $200.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm at $1,700 US. It's going to cost me like $150 to park my car at the airport. That's $1,850. Yeah, that's before I'm even eating like food or anything. That's just for me to travel and watch 2 matches. Granted, I'm flying halfway across the world, so it's a little different. But there is a prohibitive element to trying to get people in the ground that will want to create that sort of atmosphere for sure.
Mm-hmm.
You know what the other problem is, Marshall? I'll give you one more thing that I know we're trying to close. You know, so for example, for me, right? There's 2 ways you can get that. I can just walk to the stadium. It'll be like it'll probably be like a nice little 25-30 minute relaxing walk. You know, if I get a coffee as well on the side, just to walk to the stadium, for example, right? But there's the other route, which is like obviously I take like the local transport, like the bus to get there.
Yeah.
One of the big problems has become here. I think maybe Scott will know this here because he knows what I'm talking about. Once you get over the, I think it's Battersea Bridge, or it's Windsor Bridge, right? Windsor Bridge or Battersea, I always get confused which is which. From the roundabout all the way to Fulham Broadway, they've made that road, a one road. So anyone that's not a part of like the council from the area can't use the side roads, for example, to actually move around. So it becomes like a fucking congested thing where essentially you've got this whole section going towards Stamford Bridge, which is like a 30-45 minute. 30 to 45 minutes. And if you're a local, bro, you know, and you're trying to get on the bus, maybe trying to get to the stadium, bro, you're going to be like, 5, 10, 15 minutes late. Even if you leave an hour early, because of just that one single road that takes you straight into Fulham Broadway as well.
Yeah, I mean, that's definitely something that's going to be worked on, and I'm sure the Shed End as well as other parties are going to work towards some solution there. Like Scott alluded to earlier, the stadium aspect of it, new stadium and all that, I'm sure will help once that gets resolved. But time will tell. But yeah, guys, good game. Great to come off 2 wins in a row, one especially against a Liverpool. No excuses this time. This Liverpool was not hungover. We did what we did, and it was valid. And none of this whole Maresca can't do it against big clubs now. Listen, he did it today against a big club.
Out.
Yeah, this guy. But yeah. Ladies and gents, we're going to close it out here. A nice 3-hour review. Big up to every single one of you. Big up to every single one of you guys in the chat as well. Smash up the like. Subscribe to the channel if you are new here as well. Check out the links in the description below for everyone's content. We'll be back. I think we'll be back tomorrow. I don't know. The news cycle has been a little slow, but we'll try to be back tomorrow to talk about the Casually Chelsea show, to try to talk about some Chelsea news that has happened in the last week. Maybe we wait until the following week. I don't know, because international break is also here too. So yeah, be sure to stay tuned to the content on here. We'll definitely be having some stuff, definitely good talking points in this one today as well. But yeah, also check out the memberships, 4 different tiers starting at 99p, and if you are a proper casual member as well as anything higher than that, you get shout outs at the end of every show, and that's gonna go out to Dark, Lanre, Sadiq, A Soliman, EE, and Adrian. Thank you so much for your support, guys, as always. Be sure, I'll mention this as well, my channel. I'm going to be streaming on my channel in about an hour. We're doing a USC watch along today, and then some gaming after that. But yeah, go over to the USC watch along. I'll be there. You'll probably hear Jacob, Ahmed, maybe a few other people there as well. So yeah, I'll be doing that in about an hour. But for now, we're going to raid out to Sarcasm City. Go ahead, show them some love. Let them know where you're coming from by copying and pasting that message. But like I said, big win, boys. Glad to be going into international break on a W, and we'll see you again very soon. As usual, have a good night, stay casual, and peace. Ahmed out.